Sin City lights on the chart. Trade alert. That's right, baby. Let's go. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair. Green tea.
Welcome in, everybody.
Liquidity in the air. Trade alert.
We inbound.
Whole chat making sounds.
Attention. Trade alert.
To make it off the bounce. That's right, baby.
Trade inbound.
Round the bottoms, pay the bills.
Welcome in. Welcome into the congregation.
Bitcoin moody, she be moving like a ghost. Wick up, wick down, and she do the most. Everybody yelling short, everybody yelling long. I just watch the chart and let the market sing the song. My narrative don't matter, my feelings don't count. If the setup look clean, then I'm still in that amount. Stop loss tight, but the mindset loose. Learn how to lose, that's the trade of truth. No revenge trade, no panic. Click if the candle flips red, I get that real quick. Casino talking, I hear bells. Liquidations, can't you tell? TA plays out every time. Just not how you had it in your mind. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair. Green tea coaster. Liquidity in the air. Trade alert, we inbound.
We inbound, baby.
Making sounds if she pump, if she don't, we still make
Trade
it
alert.
bounce. That's right, baby. That's right, that's right.
Trade
Round the
inbound.
bottoms, pay the bills.
That's right, baby. Welcome in.
Bing bong, price trapped in the range. Head and shoulders, then the pattern change. Bull flag, bear flag, falling wedge. I'm not guessing, I'm playing the edge. Fair value gap like a speed boost. Mario Kart when the candle cuts loose. Drag that stop in the profit, quick take profit. Damn it, don't marry the pig. Pinky up if we bullish. Red dot if we put us. Green dot on the daily, not a whole chat going foolish. Spam the chat with the coins.
Where the coins at?
Money at.
Where's the money?
Probability set up, then I'm pointing to the map.
Can I get an amen? Can I get some dollar signs?
We in the money, baby.
Where's the money at today?
Not financial advice, but the chart don't lie. If the trade goes wrong, we don't cry, we fly. Trade alert.
Trade alert.
Trade inbound.
Trade alert.
Trade inbound.
Target
Trade
Liquidity
inbound.
magnet. Price get dragged. Shorts get
Who's ready? Who's ready? Welcome in.
get back. Monk mode. No fear. No greed. Just flow. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear.
I'm a monk in the chair.
Green tea coaster.
Liquidity in the air.
Trade alert, we inbound. Oh, chat making sounds. If she pump, if she dump, we still make it off the bounce.
That's right, baby.
That's right.
That's right, baby. Rounded bottles pay the bills.
That's right.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Learn how to lose. Let the chart.
Gotta learn how to lose first.
That's right, baby.
And we'll win in the long run. That's right, baby. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Amen.
Let's go.
Let's go. Welcome into Sin City Crypto. Welcome into Sin City Crypto. I am the Zen Master, JP. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on into the Zen Trading Zone. Okay, I'm live from the Zen Lab. That's right, my home studio. I go live every single day. We'll get into the charts. So we'll look at the casino. We'll look at liquidity. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Roll call to everybody in the chat. Where we at, folks? Where we at, folks? Who is here? Welcome in the Zen Pleb. The Zen Pleb. I love that. Let's get this out of here. Shout out to everybody with Zen in their names out here. Zen and claps in their names. Who's here? Who's here? We got Dare. Good to see you, Dare. Legendary God King. Good to see you. Notorious Big. Okay, Jerry Trading. All my good people. Blue Haranel. Where we from, folks? Where are we from? Who is from India? Shout out to all my Indian people, all my USA people. Shout out to USA, Brazil, okay, Jamaica, Cape Verde, Everybody around the world, where we at? Trinidad and Tobago. I know you're out there. Talk to me. Come on, UAE, Iran, Iraq. Where are we at in the world? Canada, good to see you. Everybody, welcome into the congregation, okay? A Zen City Crypto, Zen Trading Zone. We will get you Zen, baby. Forget your, whatever you've been thinking, okay? Forget your narrative. Whatever you think is going to happen to Bitcoin, it may or may not happen. And we're going to look at it with fresh eyes together. We got a weekly candle close. We got India. We got UAE, Dubai. Good to see everybody. Oakland. Yo, the casino is going crazy right now. We got some reverse clapping going down. We got a mega move coming right now. We got weekly volatility, baby. What's going on with the charts? Whoa, what's happening in the charts, folks? We got to zoom in. We got to zoom in. What is happening in the charts right now for BTC? Let's look at that weekly close, baby. How's the weekly close looking? Everybody hit the like button early right now. Hit the like button. We got to analyze the weekly candle close, and we got to do it now. Okay, we got to do it now. We got weekly volatility inbound. So they're rolling out the gong right now. Come on, roll out the gong to the Zen Lab. Come on, weekly candle close. Was it bullish? Was it bearish? Was it monkish? AKA neutral, okay? The weekly candle close right here. This candle I'm circling with my mouse, the one that just closed. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it monkish? Hit the gong. Hit it again. I call it monkish. But you know what? It's pretty bullish too, though. I like that wick. That wick means that, you know, there was some buying pressure while there was heavy selling pressure. You know, the bears were trying to crush the bulls. The bulls are pushed the bears back into their territory and respected the 200 MA so far on the weekly. So that's bullish as a BTC has closed above the yellow line on my chart. My 200 MA, the average price of BTC for the past 200 candles on this time frame. Okay, this is a simple moving average. It is dynamic support and resistance. It is a major deal on the weekly. Okay, it's a major deal, and it is bullish that Bitcoin has closed above it for the week. And here we go. We got a new weekly candle and new weekly volatility. That's right, new weekly volatility. This could just whip all the way up, and then, you know, to the 9 MA 65.9, and then whip all the way down, you know, close somewhere around 58, 57K. We never know what's going to happen with this weekly candle, but we will take advantage of the volatility. Amen, amen, in the congregation, okay? Volatility is not our enemy, okay? Embrace the volatility and utilize the opportunity. Amen. Amen, baby. As we go outside by the river to once again cleanse ourselves of our narratives. No narratives. I'm not a bull. I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in a chair. That's right, baby. Okay. Yeah, the weekly is pretty bullish. I gotta say, the weekly close, I call it monkish, but it's actually bullish. It's bullish. Let's go to the daily. We also just had a daily candle close. How does the daily candle look? This candle right here, I'm circling with my mouse. Hit the gong. Bullish, bearish, or monkish? I don't know, man. That looks kind of bearish. I mean, it could be monkish because you're just in a range. You know, it's bullish consolidation if we look at like the 4 hour, you know, but I call it, you know, it's bullish consolidation, but the actual candle is bearish. You know, there was a lot of selling pressure right there. You know, the bears were in control of this candle. Even though it has a very small body, it's a compression candle, which, as you know, I usually say it leads to expansion, right? Expansion. Well, here we go. We are expanding, baby. Expand it to the upside. Clap it on up. That's right. We are clapping it on up. It is a clap fest weekend. The bulls ain't safe. The bears ain't safe. Where's the bulls? Where's the bears? Talk to me, folks. Talk to me in the chat. How are you feeling about the candle closes, the daily candle close and the weekly candle close? Agent of Oblivion says looks flaggish. I agree. That's why I said it's in bullish consolidation. The structure is bullish, but that candle is pretty bearish. You got to admit. Okay, bullish. All right. Good morning, says Raven Deer. Hello. Okay, the Zen Dragon candle. I like that. Tony Rosa says a failed bear auction. Ah. Look at BTC just exploding in the casino. This casino of a market, man. Are we heading straight to the supply zone? BTC is pushing up, a pull to the upside after a possible price reversal. Well, that possible ain't possible no more because it's happening. Okay, look at what's going on. It is clapping to the upside. We got the bulls hitting the jackpot here. The bulls are hitting the jackpot. Bah! Who's long in this market right now? Bah! Who is cashing out? Talk to me. Who is in the money? The weekly volatility is real. Turn up the sounds. Overstimulate them more. What a casino. Bah! God damn. And now a bullish condition. Did that just show up? Did that just show up? Bah, folks. Okay, all right. All right, we got to calm it down. We got to calm it down. Turn the sounds down, man. Turn the sounds down. All right, we cannot let the excitement of the moment, trigger any FOMO. Amen. Okay, do not allow the excitement of the moment to trigger any FOMO. We will enter these charts with a strategy. Okay, and we will follow that strategy, and we will be disciplined in that strategy. Amen. All right, now back to the chaos. We got a bullish condition now in the casino, guys. We got a bullish condition in the casino. That's somewhat of a buy signal. It's been fairly accurate. I got to say, it's been fairly accurate. We may have to zoom in to the charts and see what we can find on the smaller time frames, or maybe there's some opportunity in some altcoins, huh? Maybe there's some opportunity in some altcoins. Let's get into the charts. Let's get into the charts. Who's that? The guitar, Steve Hobbs says, is barely moving. I know a lot of orders coming in. Let's go to the small time frames. I see it moving. Man. That's moving. That's the 1 minute. Yeah, that's moving, man. That's moving. I mean, I get you in the whole scheme of things, but that's a big move. That's a big vertical move right there for BTC. Weekly volatility is what we're experiencing. We also have to check out the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ futures should be open. Let me go ahead and just zoom out on some of the time frames. Let's do the 4 hour for BTC. Damn, look, we had it in its flag, this beautiful flag. The beautiful flag. That's bullish, man. That is bullish. All right now. All right. 4 hour. Interestingly enough, the stochastics are pretty low in the 4 hour. And what's Market Cipher B doing? Look at the VWAP coming up. Soon it may give us that green dot. That green dot on Market Cipher B may be coming very shortly. A bit of a buying signal. Okay. I'm not telling you to buy, but we got a bullish signal inbound, guys. A very big time frame, 4 hour time frame, bullish signal maybe inbound. And I got to say, it's been just flagging. It's been going sideways after a move up. That's bullish. That's pretty bullish. And it's back above the 21 MA on the 4 hour and above the POC. This is bullish for BTC. I got to say, guys, on the 4 hour. Let's go down to the 30 minute. Here's a 30 minute bouncing from the 200 MA, huh? Surprise, surprise. You got your green dot for Market Cipher, Low Stokes, RSI looking good. Everything pushing up. You even got your volume increase in here. An increase of volume, a beautiful bounce to the upside for BTC. Anything can happen now. We're now testing local highs, right? And medium time frame highs. Potentially, BTC is getting a strong move. That's a strong candle to the upside, people. Hey. This is impressive. I got to say, this is impressive. Let's go ahead and look at the 5 minute time frame. There we go. A clean break. It resembles a double bottom and just a clean break, man. Through all the resistances and just through the volume gaps, just BTC taking off like a rocket. Yeah, exactly. In a 1 minute, you don't even want to see. This thing is just taking off. Is there a short somewhere? Maybe, but we won't blindly short. We won't blindly long. You know, well, you can do whatever you want to do, but I won't be blindly shorting or blindly longing. But I'll tell you what, BTC is taking off right now. Do you see what's happening? Look at the casino. Look at the orders. Look at the chart. BTC is taking off. Okay. Let's go. Where the bulls at, baby? Get excited. Who's long in this market? Who's long and strong? We're gonna have to look at the liquidity. I'll pull up the liquidation heat map from Trading Different. Holy moly. Yeah, we got some action here, folks. Welcome in. Welcome in. We got some action. Yes, we do. And here's the liquidity heat map from a Trading Different. That's right. This is a liquidation heat map on a Trading View chart. And we got hot liquidity to the upside, 64,728. Will there be the short squeeze that sends price up and force buys on heavy leverage positions, right? These are futures positions on Binance, all the stop losses and liquidations, okay? We got forced buys above us, baby. Interesting. But it doesn't mean 100% that it's going to happen. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen soon, even if it does happen. All right. Let's get back to that casino. Let me get logged into BitUnix over here. And we'll look for a trade. We'll look at some other assets. We'll look at the NASDAQ. And we will look at oil and gold, right? Silver. Look at all the commodities, all the important things. Let's see. 1 second. All right, perfect. All right, let's see what's going on with the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ futures should be open. And there it is. Yeah, it is open. And how is that looking? It's the 5-minute chart. This must have been the opening right there. Yep, right around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It opened lower. Made this kind of double bottom thing. Kind of the same thing that Bitcoin did. And then exploded out of nowhere. Almost closing the gap. Almost closing the gap. You know, the gap from the weekend. But not quite yet. But now it's making what looks like a tweezer top. You know, is that the top? You know, was that like a manipulative, you know, almost close of the gap and then a dump? I don't know. I don't want to speculate about anything, but I'm just looking at the charts here. 4-hour time frame. There's a NASDAQ. Is that an inverted head and shoulder? I don't know. It was getting kind of bullish there. Here's the 12-hour. Yep. You start to see some more of the daily structure, you know, a kind of a rounded top. I got to say kind of a rounded top, kind of a triple top, but hey, you know, going sideways nonetheless. You know, you see what happens with BTC when it goes sideways after a big move. Same thing for NASDAQ and a lot of other assets. Going sideways after a big move up is healthy for a continued move up. So I wouldn't be surprised if the NASDAQ actually, you know, makes some new highs. It's been consolidating, bullishly consolidating, and that's healthy. Let's go ahead and look at gold. What is gold doing? Let's check it out on a daily time frame. We'll do like 3 time frames on it. Here's the daily. I gotta say, that looks like bearish consolidation on gold on the daily. That looks pretty bearish. The money flow has continued to flow to the downside, deeper and deeper red. You got fresh red dots from Market Cipher B. The VWAP crossing bearishly. Yeah, just lower highs and relative equal lows, creating somewhat of a descending triangle. That is bearish for gold on the daily. The macro for gold does not look good right now, I gotta say, especially after that major bearish cross, and, you know, losing the 200 on the daily, now bearishly consolidating. You know, could it, you know, could something bullish come out of this? Absolutely. You know, anything can happen, but right now, as it stands, it looks bearish for gold. Let's go to the 4-hour. Here we go. The 4-hour time frame for gold. Was it attempting a recovery? Maybe. Look, the money flow kind of, you know, somewhat, you know, flirting with getting bullish, but really just going sideways, you know, going sideways and just, you know, consolidating after a big move down. Just the same way as I said, going sideways after a big move up is healthy for continued upward motion. You know, after going sideways after a big move down is healthy for a continued move down. All right. Okay. So yeah, that looks a bearish still for gold on the 4 hour. How about the small time frames? Is it, a little bit more bullish? 30-minute going completely sideways, chop city, 5-minute chop, chop, chop. Yeah, all the small time frames are chop and even bearish. Like that's 3-minute, that's the 5-minute. That's pretty bearish for gold. All right, let's look at we did NASDAQ, we did gold. Can we do some oil? How's oil looking? Let's do a big perspective on oil. Let's do the daily. Because we know oil had that big run up for the war, right? A big run up in oil, had it over $100. And then it had the, I guess when the peace talks and all that stuff came out, oil did come down. It came down to the 70s and the, high 60s, mostly the 70s where we are now. And it's been having a little bit of a bounce lately, right? We came all the way down. We had a bit of a bounce. But look, we still have fresh bearish crosses on the daily. Look at the 21 MA crossing bearishly on oil for the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Here's the 4 hour. The 4 hour looks more like it's attempting to, reverse here, right? This had heavy bull div. I was long in this, actually. We made a lot of money long in oil, and that was a big move. And that's a trend down to break up. And look, it looks like it did break up over the weekend. Oil just opened higher. Yeah. Looks like on Friday, it closed at like 71. It opened at like 73, 74. That's a big move for oil. That's a flag too. Look, a flag. I mean, so I understand that a lot of you guys like, watching, trading the news, you hear the traders close and you long oil. That works. If that works for you, fine. But for me, I see that, look, it had a flag. There's a flag. You long that. That looks beautiful. So even though the higher time frames were bearish for oil, I mean, it's bouncing. And look, this is the bounce. That was a big move up and a beautiful bull flag now breaking up for oil with a green dot now on market cipher being. That's the 4 hour. How about the 30-minute? Here's the 30-minute. You can see like that gap a little bit better, that Friday gap, when it closed around 71 something. And then today opening up around 73. Here's a 5-minute. Look at that. Only thing I'll say is, man, that's an extreme difference there. I know there's a lot of other factors that control oil, but like, careful that this doesn't just come right back down. TA is TA at the end of the day. Bart Simpson can always play out. So just be careful. Can it justify that jump? Will it be able to hold this jump? I wouldn't be jumping into it right now. But if you were in since Friday, hey, you're in the money, congrats. All right, so that's oil. Let's get back to BTC. Let's see what's happening with BTC right now. Here it is, the 1 minute time frame. A bit of a flag. Is that the 1 minute? Seriously, BTC, nice little flag there. Okay. Or maybe it's a symmetrical or something. Nice little flag. Yeah, that's bullish. That's bullish for BTC on the small time frames. Yeah, look at it breaking out. Yeah, it's just taking off. I'm liking what I'm seeing for BTC in the small time frames. A very bullish activity. Let's look at the 5-minute. Look at the 5-minute flagging now. A big move up and going sideways is healthy for a continued move up. All right, guys, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin and what coins do you want to see or other assets do you want to see at this moment? Talk to me. I have the chat up and I'm talking to my people. Welcome in to the Zen Trading Zone. No FOMO here, folks. No FOMO. We'll find some opportunity, but tell me, let's get a temperature check. Are you long? Are you short? Are you bearish? Are you monkish? Talk to me, guys. Are you bullish? All right, said gold. All right, was wanting to get a better entry on oil. Don't know if I can get it though. Okay, yeah, no FOMO, no FOMO. All right, they want to see Sol. We'll look at Solana. Absolutely. It says it looks great on the 4 hours. That BTC. They want to see Ethereum. Of course, we'll look at ETH. I got you. They want to look at Link. And guys, if you forgot to hit the like button, can you hit the like button, please? I appreciate it. That way we don't have to, do it later. Just get it out the way. If you appreciate the analysis and the patience here, looking for opportunity. Shamitris, hello. Crazy Fingers, what's up? All my good people. Disabled Machine. Let me put it on live chat. Make sure I can see the livest of the livest. There we go. Jasmine, are you sure? Do we really want to see Jasmine? Any vetoes in the congregation? And analysis on gold? I can do that. I just did it, but I mean, I could do more gold. I love it. I love it. Silver. We could look at silver. I got you on that. Silver. Deep says, wait for your confirmation. I love it. All right. Yeah, we'll look at silver. We could do that. Let's look at the short term on silver very quickly. And we'll get back to crypto. Here's silver on the short term, 5-minute time frame. And that's a big dump right there. Big dump, but a rounded bottom. A rounded bottom. And look, a breakout. Now flagging. Now flagging. Red dot. It's a sell signal on market cipher B. Will it flag to the 21 and then bounce? Potentially. Looks like it wants to make like a cup and handle reversal pattern. You have a cup, then you have your handle, and then this thing could go up. Money flow increasingly green. You know, that's why you don't FOMO short on these like big drops like that, you know, because oftentimes like that could be it. And it rounds out and, you know, it comes back up. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's starting to make a cup and handle. It's starting to make a cup and handle. That's all I'm saying. Here's the 1 minute. Look, the 1 minute is pretty bullish. Check that out. Got above the 200 to bank, even the 21 to follow. That was technically a Sammy special, but, you know, failed so far. Losing the 200 to May again. I will watch that 1 minute very closely if you were scalping silver. Now, losing support and losing momentum on the 1 minute. We'll see. Maybe it'll do some type of fib bounce, but I don't know. Yeah, silver is mostly going to follow a gold, I'm assuming, you know. This is like, you know, how Bitcoin has Ethereum. This will be like gold's Ethereum, right? But yeah, I don't know. I'm zooming out. I'm just zooming out on silver. 8 hour. 8 hour just looks like bearish consolidation, man. It just still looks bearish to me. But you never know. You know, the reversals happen first in the small time frames, and it looks like it's attempting it. All right, back to BTC. BTC on the 1 minute, beautiful flag. Look at that. Textbook Sammy special, but you do have a double top with a liquidity grab on the left top there. Also got a little bit of class B. I would say a very slight class B-ish divergence. Okay, but you do have support at the 21 right there. That could bounce. This likely bounces. Even if it goes lower, this likely goes higher. Bitcoin is being bullish right now. Okay, we're seeing a bullish sentiment. All right, let's look at some altcoins really quickly, like Ethereum and Solana. There we go. Let's bring up those community altcoins. And starting with Ethereum on its weekly. Let's check out the weekly candle close. Clear all the drawings. Yeah, here we go. Weekly candle close for Ethereum. Bullish, bearish, or monkish. It's bullish, you know, bullish to monkish. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's higher. It's a small candle, a smaller compression candle. Got rejected at resistance, but hey, you at least didn't give it all back, right? You kind of bullishly consolidated on up. You trended up the breakup, you know, in this situation. So, you know, Ethereum now is bullish. This current candle looks very bullish, right? For now, above the 9 MA on the weekly is a big thing for Ethereum. This current candle looks very bullish, and the previous candle kind of set it up for this, right? It set it up. So let's go to the daily. Here we go. Ethereum on the daily time frame. The daily candle close was bullish, I think. You know, it's an engulfer, and it's bullish consolidation as well. It assisted the current candle, and now pushing up on the daily. That's very bullish for Ethereum, I gotta say. The structure is still bearish, but Ethereum is now breaking previous highs, right? Especially this one, this high. You know, we're now breaking that high that was around 1,845. We're just about there. If we can clear that, there's a volume gap, a big volume gap here that could bring Ethereum to 1,981. At that point, we can start breaking other highs and start seriously talking about getting bullish here. You know, break this level here. $2,400. We could talk some serious numbers for Ethereum. You know, who's ready to talk $3,000 Ethereum again? Come on, let's go. Ethereum could get bullish. Let's go to the 4 hour. Here's the 4 hour time frame. Ethereum, is it pushing? Yeah, that baby is pushing. That thing is pushing. Engulfing candle right now. Green dot, green money flow. Top of the range and not carrying, pushing. We'll see if there's weakness on the smaller time frames, but very bullish on that 4 hour. Here's a 30-minute. Look at the volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. The volume is serious on Ethereum. Okay, this thing is bullish. Very bullish on the 30-minute time frame. What an explosive move. That's all I got to say. Explosive move on the 30-minute time frame. And here's the 5-minute. Now flagging, right? Flagging, and maybe give the patient trader an entry. You know, maybe give you a nice fib bounce entry. What kind of fib bounce? Draw the fib. We'll take it from here. I'm taking it from here. There's like a little mini flag right there. I think that's fair. And go to the very top wick there.
Attention, possible price reversal.
Possible price reversal from the casino right now. Possible price reversal. So yeah, 618 is what I look for. You know, 618, especially if we can drag that 21 up. You know, that's an opportune place to look for a bounce. If it wants to extend it retracement, then we're looking at that 786. 1,813 for Ethereum, likely bounce zones for continuation up if that is the move. I don't know if that's the move, but with this, I wouldn't just immediately fade this explosive move, okay? There was an explosive move, and yes, it's weekly volatility. Yes, it's a weekend. Be careful, be careful, be careful. All right, don't be FOMOing either way, all right? Not financial advice, but don't be FOMOing either way. All right, so that's Ethereum. We'll also look at Solana. Here we go, Solana. It's weekly close. How was your weekly close, Solana? Remove all the drawings and zoom in. Is it bullish, bearish, or is it monkish? I gotta say it's bearish, man. I gotta say it's bearish. It was definitely a clear rejection. You know, you barely held on to any support there. Rejection. But, you know, I could see someone making the case that it's monkish because it pretty much, you know, stayed in a healthy consolidation zone. You know, it didn't give it all away. You know, it could have been a lot worse. But, you know, it's bearish to me, that candle close. But now this candle close, I mean, this new candle open can do whatever it wants. It can continue the retracement down, or we can start, you know, moving up or even manipulating up. However you want to look at it. We got the green candle so far on that weekly. Here's the daily. That daily candle close was a doji, right? Indecision candle on Solana. I call it monkish. It's not necessarily bearish. I mean, a lot of times that could be the bottom. You know, you see this, you get a little bounce. That did go lower. But you see sometimes like those little dojis, like see like right here. Those could be like a bottom, at least a local bottom. You never know. But this is what we're on the daily time frame for Solana. And once again, don't forget that the overall structure is bearish still. That's right. The overall, just like Bitcoin, the overall structure is still bearish. It is still a bear market, but there is a hope here, an opportunity with the daily bullish divergences and the weekly bullish divergences on Solana, on Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? Is there a daily and weekly divergences on Solana? I'm not even sure. Let me see. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely on Solana. Yes, there's the weekly. Yep. All right. Yeah. So Solana, let's go down to, did we do the 4 hour? Here's the 4 hour for Solana. Solana was one of the coins that got the biggest move on the 4 hour when Bitcoin got the move. Yeah, Solana is one of the coins that got the biggest move on the 4 hour, but it's also one of the coins that got one of the biggest moves down now. Okay, Solana has been a retracement for a minute now. You know, it's been, I called it the truth teller because, You know, this thing won't pump without BTC, and it'll dump way before BTC. Right? Anybody notice that with Solana? Like when BTC is gonna dump, Solana just gives it all up. It just it just surrenders. Just clap me. Solana just be like, clap me. It self claps. It self claps when BTC starts to look bearish. Solana does, but it's in this flag right now on the 4 hour, very extended. I don't know. I don't trust it on this face value. We need to zoom in, man. Here's the 2 hour time frame. Still even losing the 2 hour 200. Trying to reclaim it now, but wow, interesting. Trend up to break down, to break out, to get rejected, but still a green dot on the market site for B. Here's a 30-minute time frame. Look how bearish that trend is. Bear, 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 bear. And then we got this breakout right now. This breakout, but look, perfectly rejected at resistance so far. We'll see what happens. And it's a 5-minute time frame for Solana. There we go. Hope on the small time frames. Get that golden cross, the white line crossing the yellow line here on the 5-minute for Solana, and give it some support, baby. Give it a crutch. It needs a crutch. It needs a crutch, baby. It needs some support. And a 1-minute time frame. Look at that big move up and a beautiful flag from Solana on a 1-minute time frame. Who is risky enough? What if we took it from the bottom to the top? 618, 77.20 or 77.25 basically. And 786 right at that 200, somewhere near 77, 77.02. Who is risky enough? I wouldn't do it. That is a catching a falling knife 101. Catching a falling knife 101 right here. Just blindly buying fib bounces. Scalper Geisha, good to see you. Hello, welcome. Who's here, baby? Who's here? Hasn't said hello. Welcome into the Zen Trading Zone. Where the bears at? Where the bulls at? Let me see bear emojis out there. Let me see bull emojis. Let me see bars. Come on, baby, talk to me. Solana, are you gonna bounce here? Let me remove all the drawings and get back to BTC. Look at BTC also in a flag on the 1-minute time frame. This is Bitcoin on the 1-minute time frame after a big move up. That's right, a big move up right at that weekly candle close and weekly candle open. We got some movement here, folks. We got movement in the market. Yes, we do. Here's the 5-minute time frame, losing the 200 right now. Was that just a manipulative move up? And this thing is gonna dump and dump hard. We got bearish orders coming in, guys. We got clappish orders coming in right now. Okay, very clappish orders. And 68. That's a lot for a Sunday. I got to tell you, 68 trades per minute. Now 69. The orders are coming in hot, man. They are clapping to the downside, is what it appears to be. BTC in the 5-minute time frame taking a beat down. What a beat down. A clap down, baby. That's a clap down on the 5-minute time frame. Look at the 1-minute. Sheesh. Look at Solana. All right, I got to zoom out. And I'm gonna look at your other assets, but I got to zoom out. But what a crazy move up and then a big move down. Who is risky enough? Who's risky enough? Who's degen enough? Yeah, the 618 right there. There you go. Who's degen enough to just market order that right there? Who's degen? Where's God King when you need him? Ball of Knives 101. Or better yet, the 786, huh? There we go. Grab that 786, God King. BTC is just dumping, man. Dumping. What a rollover. Look at that. A big move up, a double top, and just a spillover. Big spillover for BTC. How insanity. Weekly candle Volatility. That is insane. Are you FOMO and short? Put a 1 in the chat right now if you're FOMO and short. Put a 1 in the chat if you are FOMO and short right now. You're pressing market short. Put a 2 in the chat if you're already short. You've been short. You were short from the top. Put a 2 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat if you're actually long right now. Put a 3 if you're actually long, and put a 4 if you're monkish and you're not doing nothing. You're coming up with a strategy. Oh man, John Gringo says, grab the knife. Grab the knife. God King, grab it. Grab that knife right there on Solana. It's 76 status, man. Take it. Who's FOMO and short? That is a bit. Look at the casino. Clap City is a clap fest, baby. They came for a clap fest this weekend. We're gonna give them a clap fest. Come on. It's a clap jackpot. It is a claptopia. Give me the clap names. Come on. Clapper Fabuloso. Come on. This is a claptastic. A claptastrophe. Sheesh. BTC getting beat down. Look at that. Solana actually holding nice compared to BTC. BTC. Damn. That's why it's okay just to watch sometimes, man. Like, that's why it pays to be patient. You don't just come in and start longing. You don't come in and start short. Man. Look at that casino. I gotta say, we're heading to the demand zone. If we go to that demand zone, I'll be looking for longs in the demand zone if we want to really take it there. You want to take it there, BTC? You want to take some local liquidity? Let's go. Bring it down, baby. Bring it down to 62,800. That's the very, very local liquidity. A little short run. Take us down to 62.8. Maybe there could be a long that could be had. Go ahead, just sweep the whole range. Sweep the range. Stop everybody out. Give me an awesome entry. We got to see what the range is, guys. What is the range and what is the trend? What is the trend and what is the range? John Gringo says, if you're not in it beforehand, just stay away from that volatility. I mostly agree with that. DM says, check downside liquidity on BTC. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. It's exactly what I'm looking at right now. Thank you for your super chat, DM. But yeah, look at the liquidity to the downside. Yeah, there's a lot of local liquidity. I would say the real thick liquidity is down here, like 62.3 down to 61.7, even 61.4, all the way down to 60,000 and 59,000. There's tons of liquidity to the downside and to the upside. There is orders everywhere, baby. Anybody can get it. The longs, the shorts, there is liquidity on both sides. I gotta say it's hotter to the upside, but I mean, it's everywhere. So liquidity, la schmidity, fine. And look at Bitcoin ready to bounce. Look at Solana. That's a beautiful buy for Solana. I kind of want that 786. I want it. All right, Zen man, be Zen, okay? Don't FOMO in, but you did kind of call that level, Monk man. You did call it. If you want to get in 786, that's fine. Just don't risk too much. Okay. All right, fine. I appreciate it. Let's pull into BTC here. No, it's Solana, right? Let's look at Solana real quick. I might be too slow in the draw. Ooh, the 5 minute looked good too. Was that literally the 1 minute? That was literally the 1 minute time frame. I'm gonna go degen to 1 minute on Solana. Stop loss 76.83. Take it up to 78.77. Risk very little. Risk very little. Could I get a slightly better entry? I don't think I'm gonna get the entry I want here. But the stop loss is 76.82. TP at 78.80. A little bit of a speculative long here on Solana because it's so beat down. And, you know, BTC is known to just rip both sides, man. Rip them both. They just rip the longs. So now it's time to, you know, bring price back up. And I'm willing to go for that ride. So I'm about to get in here. I was just hoping to get a slightly better entry, but I don't think I'm going to get it. So I got to just mark it in, I guess. This is high risk because this could just be a little bear flag, a little bit of bear flag right here and just roll over it so easily. Roll over so instantly on you. But I have a limit order kind of just hanging out right here around 77 even. I'm trying to see if it'll come to me. If it won't, then I mean, I may not be able to get the trade. I got to be quicker. I got to have this bit Unix out and ready, guys. You know, somebody might have got that trade. Damn it. It's okay, man. It's okay, Zim, man. If you don't get your perfect entry, it's okay. Maybe somebody else got an entry, or maybe you'll still get the entry. But hey, you know, you saw that as a quick opportunity. Yeah, that thing is moving. It's moving, baby. I was being so particular with the entry. I may miss that pump right there. Did anybody get in on that? It was too slow on the draw. Too slow on the draw. That should be a nice little pump right there. Did anybody get in on that? That really wasn't even a trade alert. Damn. Beautiful move there for Solana. We'll look at BTC. Is BTC getting a similar move, or is it just lackluster, right? Is it just going to come down anyway? I guess I'll go ahead and cancel this order. It's okay. I'll get in on something else. But that's a beautiful move right there for Solana. I should be in the money, but I got to remain zen, baby. Remain zen, okay? Remain zen. It's okay. You're not going to get every opportunity, but you have the blessed vision. Amen. You have the blessed vision to see opportunity in real time, and you can repeat that anytime you want to. All right. Amen. Amen. All right. So I'm going to cancel this order on Solana. I didn't get in on time. I just wanted to buy right there. You know, I saw the opportunity, and look at that. Look at that breakout right there. Did anybody get in on that? Somebody said you might be able to catch SWE. Let me see if I can catch SWE. I don't want to be chasing around here, man. I can't do it. I don't like that SWE is like, you know, lost to 200 like that on a 1 minute so aggressively. Like Solana, like I like that support level that it had. I mean, ultimately, it's all up to BTC, right? If BTC rolls over right now, everything rolls over. Did anybody get in on that on Solana? Put a 7 in the chat if you got in on Solana at that line I was looking at. Put a 7 in the chat. And not financial advice, but seriously, I would recommend putting the anti-clapper on, putting that stop loss in the break even. This is very risky. Put a 7 in the chat if you got in on Solana, where I try to get in at. Put a 7 in the chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm live trading Bitcoin and doing a live analysis, live technical analysis. I'll take your questions. You can super chat for deep dives, anything you want me to look at. The NASDAQ, gold, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. So a few people got in on that. All right, guys, that's what's up. You got in where I try to get in. I'll say this, not financial advice, but protect yourself. I would put that stop loss in the break even, as this is not, this is not safe. You're not safe yet. Right. But I don't know. I like the entry, though. I got to say, I like the entry after an explosive move like that, right? An explosive move, a deep retracement at a key support level. I like that. That was the reason for the trade. That trades, that movement stopped out a lot of traders. Okay. A lot of traders that tried to long this flag up here, got stopped out, and you basically like bought their stop losses and stuff. So, hey, that's a good move, but just don't think that you're in the clear. Be careful. Don't get clapped. I would anti-clap if you got into that trade. That's just what I would do. I would anti-clap. Nice. Kim Moon says anti-clapper sitting at 12% profit. I love that. I love that. Islam Dean says, bro, you make FOMO. I don't mean to, man. I really don't mean to. And you see, at least I set a good example, right? I did not FOMO. Even though I saw the opportunity, I didn't just, just mark it in. I didn't just jump in. Like I knew where I wanted in at. And the fact that I missed my spot, I was patient enough to not take it. So there'll be more opportunity. So BTC coming down on a 1 minute, but just slightly. Look, kind of like flagging. That was a big move down, then a big move up, back above that 200 MA. But you do have depth crosses inbound. You got the white line about to bearishly cross the yellow line, the 21, bearishly crossing the 200 on the 1 minute for BTC. That could mean more downside. You never know. That's what I'm saying. This is not, you're not in the clear here. There's no clear direction for Bitcoin. You had a big move up and a big move down, followed by, you know, we'll see another big move up. It feels like a FOMC day or something like that. You know, high volatility, weekly volatility. Let's take a quick look at gold one more time. A lot of people interested in gold and silver. Let's see what's happening with gold on a 30-minute is dumping. Gold is dumping on a 30-minute time frame. Big move down, bearish consolidation, and more dump for gold. Look at it on the 5-minute. Here we go. Any bull div there? Yeah, you got some strong bull div. I got to say, the sells are starting to get, you know, consumed by some of the buys and starting to flip it up. We'll see. Could this be a reversal coming for gold? Heavy bull div there. We'll see. And how about oil? A quick look at oil. We're always looking at oil. Oil is still rising. Look, still rising. Look at that rounded bottom and breakout on the 3-minute. That's the 1 minute time frame. Pretty much going straight up. Oil now at 74.25, guys. And here's the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour has a bull flag. That bull flag before the markets closed on Friday. And then it opened up with a breakout. You got a breakout in low stochastics, a green dot. Buy signal on market cipher B here. Crude oil bullish on the 4-hour. All right, here's BTC. BTC now, okay, we got a bullish engulfing candle here on the 1 minute time frame, pushing BTC up. That mini flag breaking up now. And look, you got the 9 MA now bullishly crossing. Can we avoid the bearish cross of the white line? It'll start curving up if price pushes up. You got momentum crossing the 0 line on the 1 minute time frame for BTC. Getting a bit bullish here. Is Solana getting bullish? Yes, it is. And what a beautiful bounce that was. If you got in, that's SWE right here. That's SWE. Here's Sol. Solana on that 1 minute time frame. What a beautiful buy. Now flagging. Hopefully you don't just fall through the volume gap. Flagging should break out if it's still bullish. We'll see. Anything can happen. I said not in the clear, guys. Not in the clear. BTC going sideways, but you know, after a big move up, then a big move down, you could make a diamond pattern, you know, a reversal pattern. Could flip it. Could flip the script on you. Be careful, BTC. All right, let's take a look at liquidity once again for Bitcoin on trading different 5 minute time frame. Liquidity does favor the upside. All right, liquidity does favor the upside in concentration, 64,700, but we're way closer to the downside. Cooler liquidity, not hot liquidity. You know, you see the red, right? It's a heat map. Redder up top, more blues down low, but either side can get it. If I had to put money on it, if I had to trade it, I would trade to the upside, but you know, it depends. You know, it depends on the structure here. We have to zoom out. You know, what is the trend? What is the trend? We'll figure out the trend. Okay. All right, here we go. BTC. BTC still sideways on the small time frames. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ one more time. The NASDAQ futures 5 minute time frame now dumping. That's right. Traditional assets now dumping. NASDAQ looking bearish on the 5 minute. How long will it last? Will it bounce? What is it doing? It opened lower, went sideways, and then exploded. Exploded with Bitcoin, but now going even lower. So will Bitcoin follow the NASDAQ? You know, are they correlated today? As the NASDAQ falls and oil rises, right? The NASDAQ falls and oil rises. What happens to BTC? Apparently it pumps. Apparently it pumps. Look at BTC pushing on the 1 minute time frame, trying to conquer that 50 and made a red line and push on up to 64.2. Does it have the oomph? Right? Does it have the oomph? We'll see. We got some sales coming into that casino and a pull to the downside, by the way. And we turn some of the sounds down. A little bit overstimulating here. A little bit overstimulating, I gotta say. Here we go. That's a little bit better. So we are on a pull to the downside on the casino and a bearish condition. Funny enough, after a bullish condition. So we had a bullish condition, and then we had a possible price reversal, and then a bearish condition on a pull to the downside. Now, interesting, BTC is still above the zero line, though, for the demand. Demand at 19.23 trades per minute. BTC still pushing on the 1 minute time frame. I call it pushing. It's consolidating bullishly and going sideways and pushing slowly. What's going on here? Talk to me, folks. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you monkish? Are you a member of the congregation? Okay. Who's new here? Who's never been to the congregation? Okay. If you want to be a member, come on up and say, I'm new, and put a 5 in the chat. Okay, put a 5 in the chat and we will welcome you here. We call this the Zen Trading Zone. We focus on mindset, and we got some explosive behavior from BTC. We got a lot of orders coming in, guys. A lot of bullish orders coming in right now. We got to see what's happening. And we got a super chat here from Roman Royale. Says, check volume on AVE. Okay. Let's do that. Let's check the volume on AVE. AVE. Let's see what's going on with it. Hey. Oh, wrong list. Community alts. Should be pretty high up here. People care about AVE. There it is. AVE. All right. Okay. AVE, a 30 minute. How about the 30 minute? A little bit of volume. Nothing crazy. Let's see. The 5 minute. Yeah, I don't see any irregular volume, I got to say. The last 30 minute candle was decent, was relatively high. But AVE not really doing too much, surprisingly. AVE not really doing much at all. Here's the daily candle. Daily candle, was a red candle. Is it a tweezer top? It looks bearish to monkish. Looks bearish to me, man. A hammer candle right next to another tweezer. Another wick, the forbidden land of the wicked to the top side. You never know. But here's the 4 hour. 4 hour was bearish too, even more bearish. Rejection from the 9, just a bearish engulfer there. And here's the 30, trying to get a bounce, but I mean, you just got red candles all over the place in retracement mode. Yeah. A little bit of bull div, a little bit of bull div. Yeah, a little bit of bull div there. Could get a bounce on the small time frames. Yeah, why not? 1 minute may attempt to do something. But yeah, volume is looking low volume right now, honestly. Looking low volume. Besides like a little while ago. But thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it. Roman Royale. It says, check lit, JP. Check lit. Should I check lit? Hello, Blixie. Nice to see you. You're new? Slap back. Hello, you're new. Welcome to the congregation. Okay, we call this the Zen Trading Zone. I'm live from the Zen Lab, okay? My home studio. We do this every single day. I come here with no narrative at all, okay? No narrative. We meditate in these charts. And, we're not bullish. We're not bearish. We are monkish, okay? Monkish in these charts. Neutral, aka neutral. And we try to find the best route of action here, based on the charts and on the charts alone. Let me see something here. Yeah, Solana looking good. Who's still in on that Solana trade? I'm feeling FOMO over here. I need to zen myself. I'm feeling FOMO because I couldn't get in on my trade. Everybody feels FOMO. It's something every trader goes through. Okay, guys. So it's about how you deal with it, and it's okay. And there's more opportunity. There is more opportunity. Trust me. And I'll find it. I'll find it. Let me go ahead and go through some more of these coins. We'll look at XRP. Okay, nice little bounce for XRP, but hit resistance, rejected so far. Doesn't look that pretty on the higher time frames, I gotta say. Looking pretty bearish, like it's rolling over overall in the higher time frames. But small time frames now maybe attempting something. Big move up, big dump like everything else, and now recovering, and then, I don't know, you're gonna dump again, we'll see. Yeah, a lot of sells there in XRP. And I'm seeing a lot of sells here in the casino. Look at the casino. Just lighting up the scoreboard. All right, yeah, that's XRP. Somebody wanted me to look at Link. Let's look at Link right now. Here's Link on the daily. Okay. Yeah, bull div like everybody else. You know, you actually had a green candle on the daily, which is interesting. But it's kind of monkish because it didn't get you anywhere. And now the new candle is pushing. The new candle is pushing. Is it just creating a wick? Here's a 4 hour. It's pretty bullish, just like Bitcoin going sideways after a big move up. You got a green dot, a buy signal, heavy money flow, right? A very bullish green money flow on market cipher B. The chain link looks bullish. Is the 30 minute. Are you making a cup and handle? What are you doing here? Money flow flipping green. Okay. Momentum to the upside, but in a slight retracement. No, a bit of a slight retracement. Here's the 5 and the 1. Yeah, there's that dump with everything else during a weekly candle close, and the bounce right there for chain link. Beautiful, beautiful. And what do we have here? Just a thank you. Oh, thank you. Woo. Annie Bataway just saying thank you, sending in what looks like a super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I really appreciate everybody here who supports the show. As you know, I'm live every single day. I've been doing this for what, a month and a half now? And I have not taken a day off, and I will not take a day off, okay? Not for the holiday, not for anything, okay? So all I want you to do is just hit a like button for me, please. If you could just hit the like button. That's all I ask for. Hit the like button so we can get improvement in the algo. All right, they said dump it. They said, in my opinion, it will dump hard. Isham says, hey, JP, good morning. Are you in a trade? I'm not right now. I'm not, but I did give out a trade for Solana. But I got to say, if you're in that trade, man, anti-clappers activated, okay? My entry call was down here. And you see, we already got a big move up and consolidation. And look, breaking out more. That was an awesome entry right there for Solana. I just got to say, guys, just put that stop loss in the break even. Just do it. If you come all the way down here, the trade is invalidated. So just, you know, anti-clappers, baby. Anti-clappers. Not financial advice, but man, Zen advice. Anti-clap. All right, BTC, are you going to roll over now? 1 minute time frame. Got above the moving averages, but is it rolling now? You know, are we losing momentum? That 3 minute at resistance. Is that the rejection right there? That could be the rejection, sending you to the POC of this very local range, 63,077 for BTC. We'll keep an eye on it though. We'll keep an eye on it. BTC still barely above the 200 MA, a simple moving average on the 1 minute. We'll see what happens. You know, holding. It's holding right now. All right, holding. All right, let's look at some other coins here. Link looking beautiful. I like that. I like that consolidation for Link. Everything went into a little flag here. That's bullish. Let's look at it. It was one more. It was Jasmine, was it? Somebody wanted Jasmine. What other coins would you like? Talk to me in the chat, folks. Talk to me. Keep the coins flowing. Jasmine. All right, I don't like this chart. All right, what's going on with it? Jasmine daily looks absolutely like crap. That is bearish, man. Very bearish. Clappish. Very clappish on the daily, clappish on the 4 hour. That is a clappish On the 15-minute, that thing is bearish. Rolling over, rolling over, rolling over. Man, is there any time frame that is bullish? This thing is just rolling. Yeah, falling knife right now on Jasmine across every time frame. I'll be careful here. I'll be very careful. This thing is in free fall on every single time frame. All I can say is watch out for the local levels below. Look out for 0.004256. You know, maybe a double bottoms there, but every single time frame is in you know, a free fall. You rarely see that. That's pretty rare, actually, that every single time frame is in complete free fall. All right, let's look at XLM really fast. XLM on a daily. I'm starting to think this is creating like a tighter, bigger flag. I'm starting to think this is a tighter, bigger flag here. All right, is Stellar Lumen's going to break out of that flag? Well, just something I'm asking. I don't know. Here's a 4-hour trending down to break up. Who knows? Red dot though, momentum heavily favoring the downside. It looks like this wants to retrace more, maybe to the POC. 0.1819 could be a likely stop if it retraces more. Let's look at that 30-minute time frame. Here's a 30 stellar lumens. A little bit of a, you know, big. You got to move up through the 200 MA, but reject it, right? Reject it from the 21. Lost it again. 5-minute. It's starting to look like a bear flag, no? Starting to look like a bear flag rolling over. You know, just that slow pump, and then you start to roll, lose momentum while going up. Bear div right there. That looks bearish, I gotta say, on Stellar Lumens. Everything else went up and made like a flag to the side. This one is just rolling over so far. Can it still break up? Obviously, anything can happen. Look at BTC. Even BTC is starting to roll over. Right, starting to roll over, starting to look like head and shoulders, starting to look bearish. How about Solana? Same thing. Look, starting to look bearish here. This is why I said those anti-clappers are so important, guys. All right. The anti-clapper is so important. This Ronnie guy, can you not spam that? That's not very nice, and we may have to put him on timeout. You know, when it's time to spam the coins, I get it. You know, spam it here and there, but you don't do that. Please don't do that. All right, so we looked at XLM. He said, please check AA. What is AA? Can you tell me what AA is? And maybe I can look at Jupe really fast. Let's go ahead and look at Jupe. Here is a Jupe. Let's look at it on a 30-minute. It looks a bit like a bear flag, doesn't it? Trending up, but it does have a V there, or it could be a head to a potential inverse head and shoulder. But right now, it's still a bear flag to me. Maybe with just a bearish retest. 5 minute. I mean, you got that bounce. You got that bounce and you reclaim the 200. I mean, anything can happen. This thing could break up. Maybe this was a flag that just had an anomaly, you know, a move down and a move back up, but it was really just consolidation the whole time. I could see that. And just a big time frame for you, the daily stochastics very low. That can favor a move up, okay? All right, when the stochastics are that low and it starts to curve, that could favor a move up. It could. All right. Let's get back to BTC. Back to the BTC. Let's go. What's going on? Is that head and shoulder now? Are we making a head and shoulder on a 1 minute time frame for BTC? Could that be a shoulder, a head, and make a right shoulder? Or maybe we don't even need one. Well, hell, maybe that was the right shoulder right there. Right shoulder, head, and left shoulder. That looks a bit bearish there for BTC. Yeah, that could send price down. And look at the sell orders coming in on the casino. Sell orders coming in. If you're long, be careful, guys. Protect your neck. Protect your neck if you are long right now. Scalper Geisha says, what's the trend? What is the trend? Folks, we got to zoom out. Protect your necks, okay? Apply the anti-clappers. All right, tell the cavalry to apply the anti-clappers. Tell the cavalry to apply the anti-clappers, man. Look at that spill off of BTC. We got to zoom out, man. Let's zoom out on BTC. Let's get ourselves a 4-hour range. Is that a 4-hour head and shoulder now? Something like that. Like losing support right now in a 4-hour. That's a big dump, guys. If we fall from that ledge, are you kidding me? That is so clapagacious. That is clapagacious right there. Go ahead and make up some clap words, baby. Clapagacious. Look at that. That is a mega gap. That's a clap gap right there, guys. That is a clap gap that BTC is about to fall through right now. Look at the clap gap. 63.6. I can lose it all the way down to 63.2. It's possible, man. That's a big clap gap on the 4-hour time frame for BTC. Let's zoom out, baby. Let's zoom out. Damn. Okay, we got some buys coming in. What an interesting candle. Look at the 4-hour candle, guys. Look at that wick. Do you see the wick to the upside on the 4-hour candle? Look at that thing. That is not typical. That is not typical, and that's very bearish as it stands. That's very bearish, man. That's a lot of sell pressure. Price was pretty high. That was a bullish candle. That was a bullish engulfing candle, my friends. Okay, that was a bullish engulfing candle, and now it's that. Clap gap. That looks crazy. It looks crazy, guys. Damn, what was I about to do? I was about to zoom out. I was about to give a range, but man, that clap gap. That clap gap looked crazy right there. Let's see, could one just short right now, stop loss up here somewhere, and just take the clap gap? But the problem is that's the risk reward ratio isn't there. You would have to have a way tighter stop, like something like this. Get a nice 8-to-1. Imagine that. Imagine getting 8-to-1. But with this volatility, that's so risky. That's so risky. You have to risk so little. And it looks like it's just not a good entry. Like if I was to zoom in right now, we're probably not a good entry at all. Like on the 1 minute. Let's see. Actually, the 1 minute look like it might even do a higher low. Imagine that. Imagine we get a higher low out of this whole situation and it still goes up. Can you imagine? Because look, we didn't even put in a lower low yet. And now we got a green dot. There's a green dot on market cipher B, a buy signal, a low stochastics. Imagine, what is Solana doing? Okay, yeah, Solana gave it all back pretty much. Damn, was that my second entry right there? Was that my second entry for Solana? Double bottom. I take this thing all the way up. The volatility is extreme today, guys. Extreme volatility for BTC. It's just incredible. It is incredible. Let me go ahead and zoom out though. I want to zoom out. I need ranges, man. I need ranges. Give me the ranges. Are we going to leave this range? Or are we just at the top of the range is my question. I'm a range trader most of the times. Are we ready to get accepted into the previous range? Or are we, stuck in this range and we should be shorting right now? That is my question. Because this is the next range up. If we're going to push up, that's where we head into. The value area low, 65, like 9, 65.9. That'll be above the daily resistance. Are we strong enough to break the daily resistance? Right now, it doesn't look like it. I got to be honest. It doesn't look like we got what it takes to break the daily resistance and get accepted into that range. If I had to call it, I mean, this is the top of the range and short it. But we'll zoom in. There's a lot of volatility in the small time frames, and this is a rodeo. If you like a rodeo, this is the market for you right now. Okay, anybody like a rodeo? Give me a bull, baby. Give me a bull. Give me a bull in the chat if you like a rodeo. Yeah. Yeah, so BTC looking kind of weak, guys. I gotta admit, BTC looking pretty weak right now. We're at a local resistance. Let's zoom in. Let's go to like the 5 minute. So this is like the range, you know, we kind of in right now, kind of tight. You know, we hit the top of the range really quickly and got rejected. You know, we got rejected, but look, we kind of still like in the same area though. Like we didn't really give it all up. Look, let's zoom out. This is the range, the tight range we're in right now. This is probably like the scalpers range. Like if you've been scalping, like for today, if you're just doing quick trades right now, scalpers range. This is kind of what we're dealing with for BTC. And there we are, kind of just tapped the bottom of the range. Are we now rotating to the top of the range, or are we gonna just lose this range? You know, are we gonna go to the downside? You know, obviously that's the option. I showed you the clap gap. We're gonna zoom in now. Let's zoom into the 5 minute. There we go. The 5 minute with a higher low so far, guys. A higher low. We got a higher low. This thing could explode, guys. You know, we did bounce in the value area low twice. That's a double bottom. Even though this one is higher. Money flow red, but I mean, how's that VWAP? Look at that VWAP, like straight up. That thing is about to give you the green dot on the 5 minute. There's something about BTC that's a little bit bullish here. I can't call it, but there's something a little bit bullish here, guys. I would be very careful. All right, very careful. You know, we tapped the local bottom. That was the entry for the longs right there, for the scalp longs. And now this thing is coming on up, baby, coming on up and coming to the top of that range. BTC on a rotation. It's on a rotation, baby. Here's the 1 minute. Here's a 1 minute time frame. BTC, you see the bottoms there. You know, will we get past the very local resistance and start pushing up, baby? Push it up. I'm gonna start looking at some altcoins and see what opportunity I want to take. Look at the double bottom there on Solana. Double bottom on Solana. How about Ethereum? Ethereum had a higher low. Higher low so far. Let's look at Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid had a lower low and lower momentum. Momentum matching price. Okay. Maybe there's some opportunity here on Hyperliquid. See this thing trending down to break up when BTC breaks up, maybe? Maybe. Hyperliquid, we're keeping an eye on it. Let's see what Ondo's looking like. Here's Ondo. It's a double bottom. Higher low on the momentum on the second one. That makes it a Class B. A Class B bull div. Here's AVAX. Okay. I like your bull div there on the momentum indicator for Market Cipher B. XLM. Okay, similar to the rest. A lot of these coins looking similar right now. Zcash. Okay. Similar market structure. Same thing with Render. Let's see. Virtuals. Whoa. The hell happened to virtuals? And BTC is getting some movement. Casino looks like we got a lot of sales coming in. Here we go. But we lose the very local low again. If we lose this low, guys, we go to that clap gap. And we go rejection from the 200 on the 1 minute again. Here's the 5 minute starting to look like bearish consolidation. Look how quick things can change here. Price coming down, but not breaking the very local low. If you zoom out, the very local lows that BTC has right there, I have it drawn out. Notorious says, I feel like the witches be witching right now. Yeah, for sure. Said link for a buy, maybe. I don't know. We gotta take a look. Folks. We gotta take a look. I'm keeping an eye on BTC. It's just pretty much sideways right now. You know, we're on the edge. We're in the edge of either dumping really hard or pumping really hard. And I'm not being dramatic. But seriously, on the 4 hour, we're starting to make like a brittle trend here. I call it a brittle trend when it's a little bit too stiff, going a bit too sideways after a move up here. That's the range for BTC on the 4-hour time frame. I generally will be looking for longs, you know, here. But if this is going to be a deeper retracement, you know, I'm not trying to catch no real falling knives here. I got a red dot on a 4-hour and VWAP pointing down. It looks very bearish, especially that this 4-hour candle, the current one. Look how bearish that is, guys. It did an entire rotation of this range. That's crazy. It opened here, went all the way up there, and it came all the way down here and then up again. That thing is all over the place. Volatility, extreme volatility. Okay, it said Bitcoin will be studied as a digital reserve asset because the world is searching for new ways to store and transfer value in the technology era. Absolutely. I agree. All right. Volume picking up 50 trades per minute. Okay. Thank you, Notorious. It said, is there a Fed meeting this week? I'm not sure. Do you guys know? The clap gap. Yes, the clap gap. All right. I love it. I love it, man. What holy volatility. And watch BTC like pump again. I so wouldn't be surprised because look at the overall structure, guys. I mean, big move up, and it's been a violent consolidation. A violent consolidation for BTC. We'll see what happens. Starting to look more bearish. We'll look at some more coins here. We'll see some more coins. Let's look at here's Bitcoin Cash. 5-minute time frame. A bit of a cup and handle there. Can it break up? It may if BTC allows. Here's DEXY. DEXY 5-minute. That's a nice flag right there. I got to say, nice 5-minute flag for DEXY. That looks kind of bullish. That thing is way above the 200. What is DEXY doing? Oh, DEXY is still one of those coins, huh? One of those coins. Be careful. That thing is still bullish. Damn, people are shorting this thing, and it's just destroying the shorts. All right, let's go back up. Take another look at Jupe. All right. Chunky consolidation on the 5-minute. May go lower. There's a 15-minute starting to make a bit of a symmetrical. Not too bad. Here's the 4-hour. The 4-hour is very bearish. The only grace is that there's saving grace is there's some bull div here. But what a bearish cross on the 4-hour for Jupe. Man, that is a brutal. It's brutal out here. And BTC just hanging out at the very, very local low. Very local low. I'm still trying to get in on one of these coins though, man. Maybe the Solana 5-minute is cooking up for me. You see it? Can you see the flag, you know, somewhat appearing here on Solana? A little bit chunky. It's a little bit chunky. You know, all these flags have like that V in it right now. A little bit of a head, maybe for an inverse, maybe a slanted inverse. But I'm liking what I'm starting to see on Solana for the 5-minute. Maybe that'll be my play. Because I missed out on the other play, right? I missed out on the other play on the 1-minute. And it went back to the entry anyway. But I'm starting to like the overall consolidation. I'm starting to like it on Solana. And how about BTC? I mean, I guess BTC has a very sloppy version of it. Very sloppy. And BTC looks more bearish too. Yeah, it's reeking of a bearish consolidation. On a 1-minute time frame. BTC. Love it. I love it. I love it. All right. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'm in the chat. It says, sorry, guys, we're not going any higher than 64K. Okay. It says, Kenda Gostino. Thank you. Crazy Finger says, DEXY is on a fire. Notorious Big says on the 3-minute, it looks like it's trending down. I feel like trend down to break up for BTC. Are you saying, or for Solana? What are the auto clappers doing? Good question. We haven't checked on the auto clappers. Thank you for asking. Let's go ahead and start a new tab and check on those auto clappers. We do have activity in the casino. We do have activity. Are we still pulling to the downside? Pull to the downside. No green candles anywhere. Those red Akanashi candles. And BTC coming down, coming down. Let's pull up the auto clappers from trending different. That's right. Sorry, trading different. They do have a trending different indicator though. Yeah, don't trade the same, man. Trade different. You know, they have the good tools here. Liquidity heat map plus the high frequency charts, AKA the auto clappers, the automated bots in the market. What are they doing? They are long 7 out of 10 right now. 7 out of 10. The auto clappers are long. And here's another look at liquidity for BTC. Liquidity, BTC putting in lower highs here. Look, lower highs, but getting tight on price action. We got liquidity to the downside, just below us, 63,500, right? 63,500, but it's a cool liquidity as opposed to the hot liquidity to the upside, 64,723. But it doesn't matter if BTC is close to it. If it wants to seek that liquidity, it will take it. Okay, so there may be a sweep to the downside to 62.8, maybe a quick sweep, potentially given an entry. I love a good entry after a liquidity sweep. So I'm interested in that. Let me also just zoom out some time frames. Like, what if I went to the 4-hour time frame for BTC? Because as we know, the 4-hour is pretty bullish, right? It is pretty bullish, but I mean, the liquidity is so hot to the downside on the 4-hour, but look how close the local liquidity is to the upside. You know, tons of liquidity to the upside that could take BTC upwards of 84,000, believe it or not, and 70,000 is very realistic. And, you know, it could happen. So, you know, let's look at this 4-hour structure. Let's look at it, you know, in comparison to liquidity and which way this thing may go. We're near the bottom of the 4-hour range. Well, the very local range, right? Just that. A very local range, a very local channel. BTC, if we dump, we could see BTC easily coming down to here, right? Easily. Is that enough to trade? I mean, we looked at it. The risk reward is not that great unless you have a very tight stop. You have to have a very tight stop here and a good entry. Usually you get a good tight stop with a great entry. But I got to say, that's not a great entry at the bottom of that range. Maybe if on the very small time frames, there's some very clear and obvious bearish consolidation, right? For bearish continuation down, maybe there's a high probable short. It could be a high probable short if there's some bearish consolidation on the small time frames. Jay Davis says, hey, JP, check oil. Okay, let's check oil. Here it is in a 5-minute time frame. Oil has been coming up. It has been coming up. That's a rounded bottom and a breakup. But look, the 5-minute now coming down, but nothing major yet. It could be a bearish engulfer if it comes lower than 74.19. And there you go. Bearish engulfer inbound. Volatility, baby. You see the increase in volatility on oil. That's an increase in volatility. With oil, could it still go up? Absolutely. Can it come down? Absolutely. But your momentum is starting to slide as the price goes up. That is some bear div. This likely may start coming down based on the bearish divergence. But oftentimes bearish divergence can also turn into hidden bullish divergence and actually break out. So be aware. But oil, yeah, I would say it's consolidating, but with increased volatility on that 5-minute time frame. Here's the 1 hour. 1 hour could be at a top. Be careful. After that market open, a big move up. Is it going to start coming down now? Look at the 30, way overheated to the upside, overbought, but with green money flow, the trend is strongly up. But, you know, every trend gets exhausted. I'm not saying it's exhausted yet, but it's showing some weakness on the smaller time frames, and it may start coming down. You'll have to keep an eye on it. Get back to BTC. Here we go. BTC just struggling at the bottom of the range. It makes me want to long it. I know I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not a perma bull, but this is the very local range right there. Is there bearish consolidation? Not really. BTC is just trending down to potentially break up to me. Trending down to break up on the 1 minute, 3 minute, barely at support, 10 minute at support. Is that support? I'm willing to take a risky long here, honestly. A risky scalp long as we're at the very bottom of the range. I like the long bottoms and and short tops, right? So I may just take a chance here on a risky long. You never know. Could just go lower, absolutely. And look at Solana. Let's get back to BTC. I want to trade BTC, baby. All right, what time frame was that? That's the 1 minute. I don't know, guys. That does look like bearish consolidation now too, right? Look, so the thing is, look, so there's two things here. There's two different ways to look at this. Check this out. Trend down right there, right? Trend down to break up, right? Trend down to break up, a nice brittle trend. Or look, minus this outlier right here, that's actually, look, lower highs, and look, relatively equal lows right there. That could be a descending triangle. That could be bearish consolidation enough to dump this down the clap gap. It could dump you down the clap gap. So let me just zoom out really quick, get rid of all the drawings and go to the daily. How bearish is the daily right now? Like, how close are we to the red dot on the daily? We get the red dot when the VWAP, this line crosses the red line bearishly. All right, and we're very close to that on the daily, I gotta say. And it does look like rejection candles inbound here. Rejection candles inbound. So that makes me think that BTC may want to close that clap gap. All right, and BTC may want to close this clap gap. And look at the 4-hour candle. That is incredibly bearish, guys. I gotta say, man, that makes me want to short BTC. You know, I know we're at the bottom of a range, but that looks crazy. Solana, look, Solana, the green dot, low Stokes. Come on, Zen man. The water's nice. Come on along. It'll be a legendary long. No, they're not getting me, baby. They're not getting me. It looks bearish on the daily. That 4-hour looks bearish. Just because you're at the bottom of the range doesn't mean that is a good buy. Hey, can I get an amen on that one? Amen in the congregation. Just because it's at the bottom of a range does not mean it's a good buy. Amen. All right. There is a small time frame bearish consolidation. Be careful, man. This thing looks bearish right now. We may have to short on the 4-hour. All right. I'm hearing a lot of noise in the casino. Looks like we're officially in that demand zone that the casino has marked out. Still pull to the downside, while demand is under the zero line, -55 on the demand and decreasing 1 minute through the 10 minute, all bearish and 32 trades per minute. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Mazza says, do you have an ETH or sweet target to DCA? Absolutely. I can find some targets for you. I gotta say, man, Solana, very overextended green dot. It means nothing, though. That thing can curve right back over like it is right now. Look at that VWAP curving right back over before my eyes in a 1 minute time frame. About to give it the red dot. Solana about to get the red dot. Hope you guys had that anti-clapper on, because I was scouting a trade right here. Some people got in right there when I was scouting a trade, and look, it went up. It even flagged, went up a little more. Anti-clap, guys, anti-clapper. Protect yourself. You know, you could have put it a little bit in profit. Yeah, at least get a little bit. But anti-clapper is so important right now, guys. It's so important. Look at Solana dumping now. BTC now taking a spill. Is this the spill to fill? Yeah, this might be the spill, guys, to fill that clap gap. What is it? The clap gap. Yeah, that's it, man. That's a dump, guys. That is a dump. That's a dump. That 4 hours taking over. That 4 hours taking over, guys. That is the time frame to watch right now. That 4 hour is ready for the dump. There's no support, guys. Free fall. If you're in this trade right now, you are in the money. You are in the money, baby. Let's go. That thing looks bearish. Protect your neck. Seriously. That is bearish right there on the 4 hour, guys. That is so bearish. Okay. It said, check out ETH. ETH is probably losing it. No, not really. ETH is about to lose it, though. Short ETH. Trade alert. Short ETH. Short the hell out of ETH. Actually, that might be a great idea. I like that. Yeah, let's short ETH, guys. Come on.
Attention. Trade inbound. Attention. Trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP. Sin City Crypto. New trade alert. This is not financial advice.
Definitely not financial advice. But damn, just give it all away. Short ETH. Short it. Short it. It's gonna give it all back. Short it. What if I took this TP? Risk reward not that great. It ain't that great. The risk reward not that great, but I'm looking at the 4 hour. I'm trying to sketch a trade here for Ethereum on the 4 hour. But the problem is, I think the 1 minute is gonna bounce. Right? The 1 minute I think is gonna bounce right now. The 1 minute is going to bounce, but that 4 hour looks bearish. Now on Bitcoin especially, look at the 4 hour, guys. That's not a dump. I don't know what is. That thing looks bearish right now. Vittoria says, "Don't do it. It's bouncing." I'm about to do it. I mean, the thing is, I'm not doing it because it is bouncing. But man, I'm eyeing that short, man, on ETH. On ETH and really everything, because man, that thing, it looks bearish on the 4 hour. The 4 hour is way more consequential than the 1 minute time frame, right? The one we're watching right now, the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Here's Ethereum, look, bouncing on the 1 minute so far, very extended. Will it just bounce up to maybe like 1,826 and then dump? Maybe that'll be the entry for the short. Just zooming out, just zooming out. Like, I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's been trending down. Like, is it a flag? Like, it's like a wedge, it's weird. But I would still call it a flag like that. Yeah, but that's like an outlier, quick move down, quick move up. It's like it never left the pattern, right? It's like it never left. And it's it's a flag. That thing makes short-term breakout. We might short-term breakout and then long-term dump is what it looks like, right? When it's like, two different time frames saying different things. Like the 5 minute saying like pump, but the 4 hour saying like, yo, we about to dump hard. We had to double top. We got the liquidity grab. Hell, BTC is rolling over. Like, ETH is going to dump hard. Best believe if BTC dumps hard, Ethereum will dump even harder. So that's why I'm looking at Ethereum. I think it's food, and I'm looking to short it if BTC is going to look as bearish as it does on its 4 hour time frame. That is incredibly bearish, guys. Very bearish. I'm surprised it's even bouncing right here, right now. Like, this should just be free fall. This should be free fall. There must be a time frame somewhere it's finding support. Maybe it's that 30. I don't know. Maybe it's that 30 minute. And is that a head and shoulder right there? But it's been head and shoulders all over the place, huh? Well, that's bearish, guys. That is bearish. But you never know, man. You never know. You guys see the brittle trend? Do you see the brittle trend? This is like medium time frame bearish, flirting with bearish / small time frame, just a volatile, was bullish, but now volatile and turning bearish. And then you got high time frame bearishness. Like, let's go back to the daily time frame for BTC. High time frame bearishness, I call it, because look, we're starting to make this like a wicked area, right? Look at that. A lot of wicks to the top side, guys. A lot of wicks to the top side on the daily for BTC. You know, the trend is still down. The trend is still down, and we're at a local value area high on the daily. You know, we're at resistance on the daily. We're starting to put in lower highs on the momentum here, the stochastics. The daily is very close to giving us a red dot, guys. Very close. As soon as that yellow line right there crosses the 0 line, you will have a red dot, aka a sell signal on the daily time frame. As you see, it's projected to cross. It's projected to give a red dot on the daily. That makes me, you know, want to short this, guys. You know, I know people want me to be bullish here, and I want to be bullish too. And you know, I was bullish yesterday. I was bullish, and we actually scored some scalps. You know, we got clapped too on some things too. But you know, there was some successful scalps yesterday to the upside. But I don't know. It might be a short. It might be a short. It might be a short play, guys. Especially on the daily. Look, just look at the daily. Look at the daily. Look, ready to dump right now. You can get in on the daily right now with an entry. Put a stop loss above the resistance, 64,840, and take it to the bottom of the range, somewhere around 58,000. Look, that's a 4-to-1. I like that. A 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. 1 part risk, 4 part reward. What do you think about it? Do you like that daily trade? Put a 1 in the chat. If yes, if you like it, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't like it, put a 2 in the chat. This is a potential battle plan here. A battle plan for the bears to the downside on the daily time frame. It may not be too late to get into a daily short. Do you like this trade? Talk to me. Or is BTC bouncing and you are crazy for trying to short it? Talk to me. Are you crazy for trying to short this market? Let's get back to those small time frames for BTC. Actually, let's go to the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. You know, is this still so, you know, is it still scary? Is it a scary candle? You know, or is this thing going to turn green, right? Is it going to turn green and then get bullish again? Could you imagine a candle with that much volatility, you know, with this much range? Is a 30-minute time frame BTC to 30-minute, holding on to that 200 MA. A lot of buy pressure there. A lot of buy pressure. A big wick there on the 30-minute. Here's the 5-minute BTC getting the bounce. How about Ethereum and was it Solana we were looking at? It's Ethereum getting a bounce. I knew they would get the bounce. That's why I didn't jump right into the short. You see, when things get extended like this, you know, it gets a small bounce either way. There's the 1 minute for Solana. Are you making a bear flag now? There's the 5 minute for Solana. Yeah, that is a deep retracement for Solana. That is deep. So deep. And why is my chat like frozen? I can't move it. Can't do nothing. Here we go. Yeah, my chat is like frozen. That's so weird. All right, so do we like it? Do we not like it? I see some ones. I see some ones. Okay, couple twos, couple twos. William Medina says, I will wait for the daily close. 5. Well, isn't that what we just did? 5. We just had a daily close. You want to wait for another daily close to see. Notorious Big throwing the tomatoes. He doesn't like the trade. He doesn't like the short. Zoxel, is it Zoxel says, yo, JP, we still short on ETH? I wasn't short on ETH. I never went short on ETH, baby. I was about to. I'm sketching a trade still for Ethereum to the downside. Oh, that is good. That is good. All right. This price action is so fun. Yes, it is, right? It said win, short or need. We'll see it. We'll see. The thing is, the small time frames look like they're ready to bounce. So I wanted to just see what's going on here. You know, I just want to see what's going on here in the small time frames. BTC, are we about to roll over? Look at that on the 1 minute. Is that a rollover right there? That reeks of a rollover. There you go. Roll it over. There you go. Get in that ETH short now, baby. Ah. That is bearish. Actually, it's a really good place on the daily. Look, that's an awesome place for a short for Ethereum on a daily. How about that? Should we do that? Let's remove all the drawings. Instead of like whatever, what was it, a 4 hour we're about to do? What about like a short on the daily? Look, we still got a green daily candle, and look, we're in the forbidden land of the wicked, guys. This is the forbidden land of the wicked. Okay, this is the land of the wicks. You see nothing but wicks to the left of us right now. That's a good place to short. I like it, man. This could be a relic trade. I might go ahead and put this trade into now. Stop loss above the highest wick, and just take it as low as it wants to go on the daily. Do you like this trade? 1 in the chat if yes, and 2 in the chat if no. Look, 1 to 7, 1 to 7, a risk reward ratio. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Is there a better entry? Maybe there's a better entry at the top of the wicks, you know, and maybe I do that. Maybe I do a scalper entry at the top of the wicks. Who likes this trade on Ethereum? Talk to me. How close are we to getting that bearish cross? Okay, we got some time before we get that bearish cross on the VWAP on the daily, but Ethereum looks like a good short to me on the daily, potentially. Do you like the trade? Talk to me. I like the trade. I'm sorry, bulls, but I like the trade. I like the trade on Ethereum. I like it. I like it. Let's go to the small time frames. Can we get an entry on Ethereum? I Am Storm says I like this one a lot. They like this one. They like the short Ethereum. Let's go. Let's go ahead and short Ethereum. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna play with this a little bit. I'm gonna put my stop loss just above like at 1,855. Okay, and I'm gonna put my entry just for, you know, just for argument's sake. I'm gonna put it at the top of one of these wicks. See if I can get that entry. I don't think I am. I might just drag it down. Entry 1,082.99. I'm sorry, 1,008.29 for the entry, and then the TP around 1,568. What does this look like? Oh, you know what? This is a trade for my other account, man. This is like a bigger trade. But let's see. I love it. I love the risk reward, man. Even entering now, and BTC looks bearish, man. We might as well just enter now. Seriously, man. This looks crazy. Could there be a better entry? Yes, it could be. And really, I'm using that better entry. Look, risking $32 for $300. What an amazing trade. I'm going to go ahead and put that limit order right there. I'm gonna try to get a scalp entry. If we get a move up right now, if BTC and Ethereum gets to move up, all it'll do is give me a better entry. Amen. Right? Give me a better entry. I'll raise this limit order. Imagine if I catch like up here and I'm only risking like $14 or $10 to potentially make $300 on the move down. Sniper entry. Okay, if you want to come up, come on up, ETH. Give me the sniper entry. So this is a bit of a trade alert here. I'm gonna call it trade alert. Okay, for Ethereum, this is an official trade alert. I'm gonna put the official trade alert entry somewhere around here, 1,828. We'll see if we even get the entry, but this is a trade alert for Ethereum.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP. Sin City Crypto. New trade alert.
All right, shut it down. Okay, new trade alert, baby. Entry for Ethereum, if we could get it, a sniper entry 1,828, stop loss at 1,853, and a TP way at the bottom of the daily range at 1,567. That's a limit order trade alert. Let's see if we can get it. Somebody said this is very dangerous short given the minimum a God candle ETH sent earlier on. I gotta say, I don't think this is risky at all. I don't think it's risky at all, especially with the sniper entry I'm trying to go for right here. You see how much I'm risking? Very little. Look, $24 to make like 300 bucks on that move. Although I'm about to pull out my bigger account and put in an even bigger trade. But proportionate to your account size, just don't risk too much. Don't risk too much. And the better entry, the better, right? The better entry, the better. But I like the trade. We'll see if I even get the entry. Let's look at Ethereum on the small time frames. Is it starting to bounce? No bounce. Might just have to get in right now. That thing looks bearish. I gotta say, guys, that thing looks bearish right now. Bearish consolidation on the small time frames, but it still resembles a big flag, man. It's giving me big flag for some reason. So I'm hoping I can get a better entry. We'll see. Okay. All right. Jay Clapton says, I agree, JP. What are you agreeing on? Okay. Yeah. Ross says I'm long on everything. Okay. Zen Crypto says triple bottom long. Honestly, I could see a long in the small time frames. I can see it. But I'm trying to do a daily short on Ethereum, and I'm being patient with the entry. Very patient with the entry. Okay. Tony says, I like the trade. All right. All right. Why are you asking your chat what to do if he didn't just let his chat FUD him? Are you talking to me? Says, does this guy knows what he's doing, or does it take all alarms all night? And damn, this guy's a little angry. What's wrong with this guy? And I asked my chat, I don't ask them what to do, but I interact with the chat. I realize I'm not God, right? I may be the Zen master, but I'm not God, and I'm not a psychic, and I'm not a medium. I'm not any of that stuff, right? I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm just doing live analysis, right? Live analysis and seeing what could potentially happen here, right? All right, let's go. Said, then what was the trade alert earlier? Oh yeah, I think we were looking at a potential Solana short earlier, but I basically made it a bigger trade, made it the daily short instead of the 4-hour short I was looking at for Ethereum. I'm looking at a daily short on Ethereum right now, a potential daily short. It has a limit order though. I have a limit order just in case price wants to come up a little more. All right. Amen. Let's check out BTC price action. Looking pretty bearish. I got to say, looking pretty bearish. Looking pretty bearish. Look at this guy. This guy's still talking crap. Do you not follow market structure? What? Have we not been following market structure this entire show, guys? Haters gonna hate, man. Go ahead and clap them. Zen clappers, clap them. Clap them, baby. Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. And I'm in no trade right now. I'm just patiently waiting potentially for an Ethereum short. I made a short Ethereum on a daily time frame. And hell, I might even short BTC. We'll see. But I'm open-minded. To upside, but right now it's not giving us that, guys. It's not giving it to us. The 4-hour, is still technically bullish. It's bullish, but it's in retracement, guys. It's in retracement. So, the temporary trend is down. The right now trend is down, even on the 4-hour. But you are above important moving averages. You do have bullish momentum, but you're currently in retracement mode right now on the 4-hour, guys. 4-hour is in retracement, and it looks like we may fall through that clap gap again. All right. Yep. Shout out to Brad. I appreciate you. Scalpagation says inverse Sammy special. We learn together, we trade together, we grow together. Amen. I like that. That's exactly what we do here. Okay, we grow together, baby. Master TT says, love you, dude. I love you. I love you. Check out the 4-hour BTC larger head and shoulder. All right, let's zoom out. Four-hour larger head and shoulder. Okay, you mean this thing right here? Like within this structure right here, that head and shoulder? That looks so bearish in the 4-hour. That's about to fall through that clap gap, guys. That's about to fall through that clap gap right now. Yeah, losing the local lows, coming on down. You know, you see the volume gap on the right, 63,200, very likely. Here's BTC on the liquidity heat map. And look, that thing looked like that could work. Look, I said you could do it maybe a tight trade like that on BTC. That looks pretty accurate, actually. The only way I said this could work, you know, the way I would do this is if there was a bearish consolidation on the small time frames. Bearish consolidation on the small time frames, because I generally don't like shorting at the bottom of ranges like that. But that looks like that's going to come down, man, and come down to the nearest support, 61,167 for BTC. A little bit of local liquidity in its path. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Deep says, you never do just a good job when you can do a great one. Thank you for the time and effort you put into everything you do. Thank you. Thank you. We are clappity. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. Scalper Geisha. BTC dumping, man. This thing is dumping. Dump city, baby. Let's go. ETH dumping. Everything dumping, man. Big time dumping. There we go. That makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. That 4-hour playing out on BTC, guys. There's the clap gap. There it is. There's the clap gap. I knew it. Dump, 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 dump. There, the clap gap. Here's the clap gap. So, guys, even if I don't like call the trade alert, you know what I'm saying, for clap gap, like, you know, if you're watching, like my job is an analyst, you know, I'm an analyst. I trade too, but I'm an analyst first and foremost here, guys. Okay. I don't like to just feed, spoon feed trades. Amen. Right. I call trade alerts when I get into a trade, but I'm a very patient fellow. I can watch a price pump dump. I won't make a move sometimes, you know, if I don't have the perfect position that I want. But you can, you know, using my, my analysis, you can get into trades that you want to, right? If it makes sense to you. All right. Everything is rolling right now. BTC is dumping on a 4-hour. They said the NASDAQ is rolling over too. There's the NASDAQ rolling over, and I'm guessing oil pumping. Yep, look at oil ready to pump again. The casino going claptastic. Claptastic, baby. That's right, claptastic. The oil rising, NASDAQ dumping, BTC dumping hard on that 4-hour. Look at the 1 minute, just straight down price action. Ethereum barely moved, but still dumping. You can still get in on that daily short potentially, but very extended on the small time frames now. I really, like to cherry pick my entries. It's the only reason why I'm not in a trade right now. I'm cherry picking an entry, right? Cherry picking an entry. Maybe there's some altcoins that need to be shorted right now. Guys, give me the altcoin that is a bit extended. All right. Go ahead and check, the global RSI heat map for me, but please don't give me the poop coins. No poop coins, no Sin, no Velvet, okay, no Rave. Give me a coin that's shortable right now, though. Is it ADA? No, ADA's already a bit beat down. Give me an altcoin we can short right now that's at the top. That's at the top of its range, and it needs to be shorted, and it needs to be shorted now. What altcoin is that? Talk to me. Is it Hype? Is it BNB? Is it AAVE? Is it Uniswap? What? Yeah, Uniswap was running, wasn't it? Is Uniswap ready? Fry, it's already fallen. Hey, that's a nice head and shoulder though. Nice slanted head and shoulder there. Is it Uniswap? Is it Lit or Jito? I don't trust these small coins, guys. It might be Lit. BTC is falling, guys. This thing is falling hard. That is clapadocious. Give me the clap names, baby. Come on. It's a clapping spree. Doge hype. Zcash. Ooh. Actually, Zcash in a 30. Look at Zcash. Zcash is pretty extended. I like that. Hold on. How about that 4 hour? Yeah, I like the way Zcash looks. I like Zcash at the 4 hour. How's the 1 minute? Okay, get in on a little bear flag on the 1 minute. I like it. Zcash, you might be it. I like Zcash. All right, so we got a crazy dump for BTC right now. Crazy dump for BTC. Man, a claptrap activated. Love it. BTC starting to get very extended though in that 1 minute. Very extended. You got parabolic down now. Big move up and then extended down to parabolic down. I'm looking at Zcash. Zcash is starting to make a bear flag on the 1 minute. Doesn't want to make an extended bear flag. Maybe give us a better entry on the way down. I'm zooming out, zooming out. You got some recent bearish crosses, but look, the 10 minute is nearing support and in bullish structure still. So be careful with Zcash. For whatever reason, it's still in bullish structure and it's nearing support. Nearing support, could bounce. But looking at it on like the 4 hour, man, this thing is extended. You know, the market is messed up. You know, BTC's coming down. You got a red dot there. You got tweezer tops. The market structure looks to be topping to me on the 4 hour for Zcash. So it makes me want to short it. Makes me want to short Zcash. Maybe I get in here on the bear flag. Maybe I'll get in once it matures a bit around here. You know, come to the 21 MA, my white line, maybe the 50 MA, somewhere in that general area, maybe is the short zone. And then short that thing based on a 4 hour, use that 1 minute for the entry. And yeah, there we go. Zcash, I like it. If I can get a potential patient entry, BTC just losing it all, baby. It is a clap fest. Hella clap. All right, the market is going to go down tomorrow due to all the negative news about Trump over the weekend. What's the negative news? Is it the war stuff? And what the hell happened to Lindsey Graham, man? What happened to Lindsey Graham? What happened? Yeah, I like Zcash. Who likes the Zcash short? Talk to me. Put a 1 in the chat if you like the Zcash short. Put a 2 if you don't like it. Looking to maybe short the 4 hour, but use the 1 minute for a little entry. The 4 hour looks like it's about ready for a short. Man, what a fall for BTC. What a collapse fest. What an incredible fall. Look at that move to the downside. And we'll take a look at the liquidity heat maps. Man, what an amazing play that would have been right there, guys. Look at that. I just be giving out plays that I don't take myself. That's a beautiful play right there. Shorting that bottom right there. It had the bearish consolidation on the smaller time frames. Man. If anything I got to work on is be quicker on the draw, my guy. Be quicker on the draw. God can tell me that. He's like, man, you got to be quick on the draw, man. Like you see the opportunity, but you're slow, man. You get out of the charts and into the exchange. Into the exchange. That's right. Yeah, the exchange of choice here is BitUnix, folks. That's right. The exchange of choice is a BitUnix. They do have a 20% deposit bonus right now. Let me pull it up here. I'll pull up the graphic. There is a 20% deposit bonus for BitUnix. Yes, it is available in the USA, and no VPN, no KYC needed, guys. No VPN, no KYC. Just transfer crypto and trade, okay? Just transfer crypto and trade. Let's bring it up here. Fa la 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 la. There we go. Deposit rewards. Deposit up to $2,000 and get a 20% deposit bonus today. That's right. Deposit $2,000 and get $400 as a deposit bonus. Plus, you get a complimentary upgrade to VIP 2 on BitUnix. That's right. All you have to do is trade once and, of course, use our referral link. It does help support the channel. We appreciate it. They also have the volume bonus. It's like a challenge. It's not a contest at all. Just do 30 million in volume and get $2,400. How does that sound? Let's get that money, baby. So the time you got is till June 18th, guys, to go ahead and sign up. So waste no time. Use our link. We'll put it in the chat right now with the Nightbot. Somebody hit the BitUnix button with the Nightbot, and also is in the description of the video. This is the exchange of a choice. BitUnix, baby. I got a limit order set for Ethereum that is not going to get filled, it looks like, which is fine, I'm very patient and no FOMO, baby. No FOMO. Bitcoin looking very bearish here. Very bearish in a 1 minute time frame, coming down significantly. It is a falling knife. That thing is falling hard. Yes. Major clap. Major clap. Major clap. Just there says taking scalp long on Sol. Careful. I mean, that could work in a 1 minute. It's so everything's so extended. This is the time where things bounce. You know, like when it's so extended like that. I like that. I might actually do it too. Little scalp long on Sol. Man, that's a degenerate scalp, man, right there. Degenerate scalp on Sol on a 1 minute time frame right now. That is so degenerate. I think I'm okay on it, but that is so degenerate. What is Zcash doing? Zcash, is it almost ready for that short? Oh, there we go. Look. Oh, okay. Rejection from that 21. All right, not quite making it to the 50, but looks like rejection from the 21 there. Zcash just about ready for our short. Interesting. Ross says, you were right, Zen Master. What was I right about? I don't like being right about things. Oh, what was I right about? Oh, I got the clapathon. HBAR, do we really want to see HBAR? Do you want to see HBAR? Talk to me. Is HBAR in demand? Yeah, Zcash looks like it's ready for the dump, man. Yeah, I think I'm a short Zcash, man. The thing is ready. And it's like doing the opposite of BTC. Is that normal for Zcash? Yeah, that's Dump City, baby. Dump City. And BTC is still Dump City. Just like no bounce whatsoever. Just straight down. Just straight down. Look at that Zcash on the higher time frames. That's the 8. That's the 12 hour. How close are we? Oh, we about to get that red dot on the 12 hour right now on Zcash. Yeah, it's about to get it right now. That's bearish, man. Yeah, I like Zcash. I like the Zcash short a lot. I gotta say, I like it. I like it. BTC still dumping. Look at that. No relief, guys. Be careful with Solana. Be careful with all those speculative longs right now, guys. This looks very bearish. Very bearish. A continuation to the downside. We'll take a look at Ethereum. I got you. We'll take a look at Ethereum. But right now, man, extreme pull to the downside. And, you know, in the demand zone here in the casino. Demand at -142 now. Demand at -142. That's pretty low. That's the lowest we've seen it all session. 47 trades per minute. A little bit more higher volume here. 1 minute to the 15. All bearish. This is bear right now, guys. I gotta say though, when we're in that demand zone on the casino, I'm usually looking for longs, but that's what I'm scalping. Let's go ahead and look at the liquidity heat map. Yeah, that battle plan is playing out. Did anybody take this battle plan, by the way? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But did anybody see me draw this and take this trade? Put a 7 in the chat if you took this trade right here. But that thing is coming down, 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 baby. Put a 7 in the chat if you took that trade. I highly doubt it. I was just sketching. But that was very accurate. That was very accurate, losing that little mini range and then coming down towards the liquidity. Yeah, I would expect this to make some type of sharp move down, maybe even touch double bottom here. At that point, I may be interested in a long, maybe a long there, you know, but this, if it's still bearish, it'll come down and then maybe lackluster bounce, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, eventually lose the level. Something like that will happen if it's still bearish. Once we hit that level, either that or a strong reaction, a strong pop, right? Give us a strong pop, double bottom, and start putting in those higher lows, and then, you know, start getting bullish again. That's what I see for BTC. So in the short term, I'm seeing a continuation down to maybe 61.7. And at that point could be a good place for a scalp long. But we'll see when we get there, right? We'll see when we get there. BTC in mid dump. We're falling through the clap gap. Okay, falling through the clap gap as we speak. And we'll see what happens. I'm just being patient, baby. I'm being patient. Any bull div on the 1 minute for BTC? Bullish divergence on the 1 minute? No, none at all. Or maybe a little bit from here to here on the stochastics. And yeah, a little bit on market cipher, just right there at the tip. Just at the tip, a little bit of a bull div, but it looks like it's not mattering, not playing out just yet. Getting rejected at the 9 MA and a red candle inbound, taking price down. BTC on a stiff trend to the downside, very stiff. Look how stiff that trend is to the downside on BTC. It is falling, baby. Let's go check out the NASDAQ. Yep, falling, but I don't know. Is it going to start rounded out? Here's gold. Is that a triple bottom on gold? Or is it just bearish consolidation? Gold, you know, functioning, you know, in the charts like BTC lately. You know, is it just bearish consolidation for gold? Or is that a triple bottom that's actually going to pump? Here we go. Let's look at the, oil rolling over too. Oil rolling over now on the 5 minute. Interesting, man. We got an interesting chart session here. We got so oil pumping and rolling. You got gold dumping, the NASDAQ dumping, Bitcoin dumping after a pump. There's just so much going on here in these charts, man. I got to say, BTC is starting to get extended to the downside in the small time frames. So look out for those traders going for the scalps. Where my scalp traders at? Okay, where my degens at? Who's longing this right now? This thing's extended. Where's my degens? Where the degens? I'm about to degen it myself. Where the degens at? Who's longing this, man? Where's the degen longs? Where's the degens? Talk to me. Who's longing this like a madman? Who is risky enough? Who is risky enough to be longing this? Are you kidding me? What a downturn. Where's the degens? Starting to break the brittle trend here. I know there's some degens here. Degen derivatives. Just there says me. That's me. I'm the one who longs that. I'm the degen. The 1 minute degen. The 1 minute schlong. Schlong it. I'm in the trade. I'm a monk and degen right now. I just longed that bottom on the stiff trend. I don't even know if I'm gonna make this a trade alert, man. This is very risky, man. This is not high probability, but hey, on an extended trend to the downside, I gotta say it's not buying the top, right? It's not buying the top. I like to, excuse me. I like to sometimes, you know, take a stab at some of these falling knives. when it's super extended like it is right now to the downside, and then get a quick move to the upside. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. How's Ethereum looking? Exactly like Bitcoin in a small time frame, in 1 minute, getting a small move up, breaking that fragile trend. Look at the 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute. It has tweezer bottoms there. Is this a bullish candle coming in on the 5 minute time frame? And the 15 wick, baby, wick city, and BTC getting a move from the fragile trend getting broken. That's right, baby. Just there says the monk getting paid. That's right. Welcome in, baby. Welcome in. Are you brand new? Welcome into Sin City Crypto. I'm the Zen Master, JP, live from the Zen Lab. That's right, my home studio. I'm live sometimes twice a day, Monday through Friday, twice a day. We do one show each day of the weekend. All right, I'm here for you every single day. Hit that like button for me. That's all I ever wanted in my life, is for you to hit the like button. Clap the like button for me. Hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're brand new, okay? We do live analysis. Possible price reversal now in the casino, guys. Possible price reversal. That's right. No pull to the upside, but a possible reversal in price in the casino. The demand is starting to curve, and no pull to the upside, but now it's starting to curve. And we have a green Hakanashi candle coming in here on a 5 minute time frame. 44 trades per minute, my friends. 44 trades per minute. Most time frames on the small time frames are bearish, but we're getting this small breaking trend, right? This small breaking trend, but I'm long on it, baby. I'm long on this very small breaking trend. I didn't find it responsible to call a trade alert on it, as this is very risky. But I did long that breaking trend right there and see if BTC can get a small move to the upside. We'll see. We'll see, baby. It said beat is bouncing. What's going on with beat? Here's Ethereum bouncing on that 15-minute time frame. Maybe it'll give the entry for the larger short. Okay, I'm still interested in a potential short on Ethereum. Okay, let me open up a new tab and make sure I have my limit orders in place for the daily short on Ethereum. I'm still interested. Let me make sure I didn't get tapped in. No, I didn't, because it should be deeper. ETH. All right, where's my limit orders? Yeah, my limit orders are way up. Actually, I'm probably gonna get tapped, man. You gotta be careful here. Hold on. I should probably just cancel them all together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my stop loss up and my limit order up on Ethereum. Catch like literally some wick highs with a super tight stop, super tight. We going for those sniper entries, baby, sniper entries. All right, let's get back to BTC. What do we see here? All right, so far a push up. I'm in the money on that quick scalp I took, that degen scalp, the monkish scalp, right? The monkish degen scalp. It said maybe you can add degen derivative trade alerts for less probable trades. I like that. It says, what will be your potential short on ETH? I'll show you. I just showed you, but I'll show you again. It said Casper hurt me too, but it's a long term trade. Wish you luck. Okay, nice. All right, yeah, we're watching BTC getting a small push right now. Small push on a 1 minute time frame. Here's Ethereum. If you're interested about the short I'm looking for, I'm trying to get a short somewhere on the daily. This is the daily time frame for Ethereum, friends. Okay, this is the daily time frame, and I'm trying to catch like a wick up here. So if I get stopped out, if I get like tapped into the trade and then stopped out, like I'll get stopped out for $6. Like this is a very small trade. You know, I'm potentially risking $6 to make like $346. I like that. You know, I like trades like that. I'm also trying to put one in like this on my bigger account, but I like the idea of that trade, man. I like that. So we'll see if it gets a move up or not. You know, the long can play out and the short can play out. I'm interested in the higher time frame shorts. I'm trying to catch a short in the land of the wicked. That's right. We call it the land of the wicked. Is the land of the wicks. You know, when you see just wicks like this is a dangerous area, guys. This is like the forbidden woods here. Okay. And there's demons out there. You got to be careful. So, you know, I'm looking to catch a short there. I'm looking to catch a short. BTC seeing a small move up. I'm in the money. I may start bringing that stop loss up. May start bringing that stop loss up on BTC. You know, anti-clapper will be activated pretty soon here. This is a very high risk trade, so the sooner the better, but not risking too much, right? Not risking too much. Liking what I'm seeing here. Liking what I'm seeing. Zcash, how are you doing? Are you almost ready for a short? I liked you for your 12-hour short. Yeah, I like that for a 12-hour short. Zcash could continue to go up. I mean, the money flow is green and the trend is strong to the upside currently, but will it top out at some point? Will it top out? All right. Love it, love it, love it. Back to BTC. Is this the rollover point? We'll see. This should just pump, man. This should just pump. Or it'll take me out for very little. All right, let's zoom out on BTC. Let's go to a 30-minute for BTC. Remove all the drawings. And here we go. Lost that 200 MA. That's pretty bearish. I got to say, this could start to bearishly consolidate and go lower based on the 30-minute time frame. The 1 minute, look, I'm sorry, the 1 hour. The 1 hour at the 200 MA support. That's critical. That's a nice bounce. That's a nice bounce zone with the stochastics pointing up. That could give BTC a boost. I got to say, that could very well give BTC a boost. Look how healthy that money flow is. The VWAP still pointing down. Should start to, you know, push up as you get the bounce. But that is a critical support there for BTC on the 1 hour. That's some hopium right there. Hopium for the bulls that the 1 hour can hold. Can the 1 hour hold you up? That 200 MA, very critical. Here's the 2 hour. And it just broke that super trend. 4 hour bouncing from the 50 MA. Made it about halfway through the clap gap. Right, halfway through the clap gap. And bouncing at the 50 MA on a 4 hour BTC. Here we go back to the 1 minute time frame. Getting a small push, but a red dot sell signal there on market cipher B. Will this be the rollover? This is where this is supposed to roll over if we're bearish. If we want to be short-term bullish, this is the time to push. Bulls, you better push now if you want to see some bullishness. BTC starting to get a green candle here. Is there a small volume gap to the upside? This is just a 1 minute time frame. So far, a V-shaped recovery and sideways price action could be bullish for BTC. But once again, just a 1 minute time frame, grain of salt. You know, this is still trending down, but trending down to potentially break up just like it did on the 1 minute time frame. We had a very stiff trend, right? A very stiff trend right here, right? A very stiff trend. That's what made me want to long the trend a break, right? The break of trend. And can we get continued push up? And, you know, I may have gotten lucky on a long there. You know, we call it luck. We call it, you know, part luck, part edge. You know, not every strategy plays out 100% of the time. But, you know, I like the long bottoms and short tops, especially when they have a stiff trend and then it breaks the trend. And especially when we have a bullish divergence or bearish divergence. We'll see what happens for BTC. I got to say the 4 hour is still very bearish for BTC. Look at that candle, man. Just look at the range. We got 1 hour and 36 minutes left on this candle for the 4 hour for BTC. 1 hour and 36 minutes left. We'll see what happens. It looks bearish to me. I got to say, guys, it looks bearish, but you know, we're getting some small time frame move up right now. Is this a rejection from the 50 MA? Rejection from the 50 MA, bearish engulfing candle coming in on a 1 minute time frame BTC. Don't get it twisted. It's still bearish, man. High risk here. Still bearish here. Check out that casino. I had a possible price reversal, but no pull to the upside. This can easily be a dead cat bounce and roll right on over. Roll right on over. Demand at negative 135. And 27 trades per minute. Head to that liquidity heat map from trading different. And we'll check in on the auto clappers too. Let's check right here though. Here's is this the 4 hour? Let's go to the 5 minute. 5 minute time frame for BTC. Here we go. Yeah, we're in that local liquidity right now. That local liquidity to the downside. This could go down to 62.7, you know, based on the local liquidity. And then there's a gap up until 62,371. Could bring it down to 61.7. And then a deeper liquidity 61.4 all the way down to 60,000 and down to the 59. But to the upside, which is a lot hotter, 64,700. I'm not telling you what to believe, but I don't know, guys. You see me time after time, you know, draw these things out, right? Trend down to potentially break up after you sweep the liquidity. Maybe there'll be a liquidity grab first, but, you know, trend down to potentially break up to take out the concentrated liquidity. You know, I'm often, you know, aligned with the concentrated liquidity, but you never know. You know, market structure is market structure. I'm seeing bearish signals on higher time frames. For example, on BTC, higher time frame, we're getting rejections. No rejections. We got a lot of wicks to the upside right now on the daily. It's getting really close to rolling over. And look, we're almost at a red dot on market cipher B. I'm looking at the VWAP, right? The volume weighted average price. It is an oscillator on market cipher B, just about to get that cross over the zero line to the negative region, right? That will create, we may see it in real time. We may see a red dot come on the daily, which could be carnage for BTC. Okay, that could be carnage for BTC. If that red dot comes in and this red hammer comes and drops the hammer, if it drops the hammer like that on the daily, man, double top, that looks bearish, I gotta say, on the 4 hour for BTC. But meanwhile, the 1 minute, you know, dumping, but, you know, going a bit sideways now. A bit sideways. Is it a high or low, or is this just clap city? You know, more clapping abound. Clap it on down. Clap it about. I'm like slightly up in this degenerate long I'm in right now from the bottom. Very degenerate. About to just get out with and just pay some fees is what it's looking like. Up $1.57 on a degenerate long from the breaker trend on the 1 minute time frame. But you never know. We'll see. Leave the trade open for now. But I got to say, it looks bearish, guys. It looks bearish. You know, I'm fooled around on the scalp on the small time frames, but the bigger time frames look a bit bearish. But it's kind of at that level where it's either, you know, we spill hard or you push up very hard, right? Like we're at that make or break level for BTC, guys, and you can see it on a 4 hour. You know, we're at that level where it's like, okay, like we're bullish. We crossed the 200 MA, the yellow line. You know, we're at the, you know, the high. You know, do we want to push and get to the next range? Like go to the daily. Like, can we push to get to this next range? Draw the value area low, the next range somewhere around here. Can we get into the next range? 66,200. Yeah, 66,000 as well. Just above 66,000 should be the value area low of the next range above us. So, you know, can we get that rotation into the next range or not? Is the big question. Or, you know, it seems like we're either going to do that or we just, you know, we roll over and test the bottom of the range again for BTC, the most likely scenarios. You know, test the bottom of the range. Maybe we bounce there. Hell, maybe we even put in more bull div. You know, BTC does have the bull div on the daily and the weekly. You know, keep that in mind, guys. Let's get back to the small time frames. What's happening right now for BTC? You know, getting small bounces. Is it just bearish consolidation on the way down? Right. Let's see. Break the trend lines to you know, to start to invalidate that. There you go. Break the trend lines, baby. Yeah, we'll just do that. Break the trend lines here to invalidate. Get above the 50 MA, my red line. Break the super trend. Look, we got the VWAP coming up, giving you the green dot. You know, bearish consolidation, but hey, you go sideways first before you start breaking up. You know, during a lot of these reversals. Let's get in the chat, folks. Let's get in the chat. How you feeling? Are you feeling bullish? Are you feeling bearish? Are you feeling monkish? How are you feeling about BTC right now? I'm really clappy says it's just a bear trap to start the week for a higher. Okay, that's a possibility. Amasa says we should stay above 64. Okay, Jay Clapton says because of lab, I'm break even. Did you long lab Clapton or did you short lab? What did you do to lab? And don't worry, guys, we're keeping an eye on BTC. It's right here to the left on the 1 minute time frame. We're watching it within bearish consolidation right now and a bearish trend. But, you know, getting, I don't know, it going sideways for now, going sideways and potentially even getting a small move up. All right, Al Jr. says, JP, I'm waiting for the stable CD on the 1 minute. Okay. Stable CD in the 1 minute to do a LH, a lower high, right? And that would give me a lower low on Sol for the scalp I want. Let's go, LFG. Let's go. Okay. Sukar says every Sunday, big dump because people are going out or resting. I will go down, I guess. Yeah, low volume, right? Low volume on a Sunday. You never know. You never know. All right, folks, let's go. Let's look at BTC. I got to say, it's looking like bearish consolidation, but you never know, my friends. You never know. You start breaking the small time frame trends, and we got a lot of weekly volatility right now from the weekly candle close. It says no lab took all of my profits. Come on, Jay Clap. No, no, Jay Clapton. Stop it. No. Oh, man. BTC looking clappy. I think Jay Clapton got jokes, man. I think he just got jokes. I think he just got jokes. All right, Zcash, are you still looking like a good potential short? I still got Zcash on my radar for a short. And I got to say that flag is starting to look mature here. The bear flag on the 1 minute is starting to look a bit shortable here. It's looking bearish. I mean, the small time frames agree with the larger time frames. I'm liking what I'm seeing for the 12-hour short on Zcash. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think I'm going to short Zcash. The 1 minute, everything agrees that the short is in play. Look at that. If I was short the 1 minute, then that means I could short the 12 hours. So call the trade alert.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP. Sin City Crypto. New trade alert. This is not financial advice.
All right, definitely not financial advice. In fact, it may be clapping advice. I'm kidding. This is actually one of those higher probability trades. Let's go ahead. Let me get into my other account real quick. Put this on the bigger account. 1 second. 1 second. Let me log in. And this is going to be on Zcash. Oh my God. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Why? What is going on here, man? Bah! I keep forgetting that freaking BitUnix doesn't have Zcash. Dave, can I get an answer for that? Bah! I want a meeting, man. I want a meeting with the team. I got to know why Zcash is not available. Is Zcash shady? Like, what's going on? Why do some exchanges don't have Zcash? What is happening here? I need an answer. I need like a real answer for that. The top of my concern. Why can't I freaking short Zcash? Jesus, Zcash looks beautiful, man. All right. Well, I'll give out the trade anyway. If you want to take it, you know, if you have somewhere to to trade it. Oh my God. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. All right. So I'm going to put a stop loss right here. I'll give you the numbers. I'll give you the numbers here for Zcash. Damn it. I mean, I might have to short Ethereum, I guess, man. I wanted to short Zcash. Like, are we sure? We're absolutely sure it's not there? It doesn't make any sense. ZEC, Zcash, right? Makes no sense. It's not there. It's not there. It makes no sense. All right, I'll give you the numbers. I'll give you the numbers if you want to trade. Damn. Okay, entry could be right around now. I like that the 1 minute agrees with the higher time frame. If the 1 minute is in a bear flag, so entry could be around now, right around 520, right, 528. Sorry, 529. Sorry, 529.28. Right around now, entry for Zcash. You could put a nice tight stop above the wicks at 553.34. And a TP way at the bottom of the range. Give it all back, baby. Give it all back. 375.43 on the TP. Yes, that's a big trade there. 12-hour time frame. That thing is overextended. I see a red dot coming. Look at the VWAP just about to cross bearishly there. Just about to cross bearishly the zero line. Zcash looks ready for the short. Yeah. If I could do it, I would do it, but that's a beautiful short on Zcash. I'm looking for a short just like that. What other coin looks like this on the 12-hour? Talk to me, guys. I love 12-hour trades. What other coin looks exactly like this, like Zcash, like it's ready to short? What a beautiful potential short there on Zcash. Help me, guys. What else looks like this? I want to short something that looks like this. The FOMO's real. All right, Monk, man, control your FOMO, man. You have to set an example here. It's okay. Okay. You can't short Zcash right now, but there's so many other assets you can short. All right. So go ahead and just find another opportunity. And this is what you're good at, you know, find an opportunity out of the chaos. Okay. Chaos in the markets will find opportunity. All right. Fine. All right. BTC, man. All right. Let me get back into my other account, my scalper. BTC pull to the upside now. Pull to the upside in the casino. Okay. We got a pull to the upside after a strong pull to the downside. Demand now increasing now at -120. Demand at -120, far from that zero line. And just 22 trades per minute. That's right, just 22 trades per minute right now. All right, and yeah, here we go. BTC, is it rolling over? It just looks like bearish consolidation, man. Get those anti-clappers ready. Get those anti-clappers ready if you are degenerate longing right now. If you are degen longing with the Zen Master, get those anti-clappers ready because it looks like bearish consolidation, you know, until you break above this trend line and start to invalidate. All right. Yes. God King says use breakout. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I could do that. Thank you, God King. No Hype says because Zcash is cheeks. Al Jr. says, okay, and my wife got up. Ha, love the fa. Did the Faz wake up your wife, Al? Did the Faz wake up? Bikram says, any active trade, just a degenerate long. I don't think you want any piece of this right now. BTC is bearish right now, guys. This is bearish, okay? This is a degen activity right now. This is bearish. Hell, there could be a short, you know, a battle plan right here, man. Short this, man. This thing is bearish. Bearish, BTC. That looks bad. But I'm hoping for some invalidation. You know, I hope it goes up, but it looks bearish right now. It says win ADA TA. Win ADA TA. Maybe right now. Maybe we do it right now. How's ADA looking? I don't think we looked at ADA pretty much all day. How's the daily time frame looking for Cardano? Pretty freaking bearish, right? Ben had a red dot on the daily, losing to 21 now. Here's the 4 hour, losing at 200. What a spillover. Spillover for Cardano. A move down. A little bit of bull div when that moved down, I got to say. A little bit money flow heavily red. The trend is down. Now looking like a bear flag on the 5 minute and a bear flag on a 1 minute there. It looks like it will roll over. And that looks up bearish for Cardano at the moment. BTC changes, you know, anything can change, but Cardano looking bearish, guys. Mesa says, I want the short. Okay, well, here's the battle plan for the short, man. If you guys want to get in right now, here you go. Stop loss up here and take it down. And yeah, I can see this spilling, man. I'm going to protect my little stupid degenerate long here. Anti-clapper activated at break even. Pay no fees even. Either you pump or you take me out right now, and I pay no fees whatsoever, you know, because it's above the break even line. You see that? Break even. I love this from BitUnix. Risk-free degenerate trade. Amen. Isn't that a beautiful thing? A risk-free degenerate trade, right? Okay, WorldCoin might be good. Thank you, DM. I appreciate your $2 super chat. A risk-free degenerate trade on BTC. I think this comes down, guys. I got to keep it real. I think this dumps. There's your battle plan for the dump right there. Bearish consolidation. That thing looks like it's going to dump. You could put a stop loss right now at 63,556. Entry now and TP down somewhere near 63,044. That's a scalp short right there for BTC. I could see that clear as day, my friends. That is a short. So, hey, get your money. Get your money. I protected I lost no money on that trade right there, okay? No money, but that's a short right there if you got in quick enough. If you got in quick enough there, that could have been short right there for BTC out of the bearish consolidation. So what I do is live analysis here, guys. You know, I'll take chances on trades and I protect myself pretty well, you know, but, you know, I do live analysis. And, you know, when minutes ago, this wasn't formed, you know, this is a 1 minute chart, you know, and as things form, you know, the probabilities change here, guys. The probabilities change and, you know, it could be a long at one moment. It could be a short the next moment. Right now, it looks like it's short. So just letting you know. And is that a bearish retest here for BTC? We'll see. It said oil is rolling. Is oil rolling? We've been looking at oil and I got to look at WorldCoin. Yeah, look, oil rolling, but rolling and bouncing at the same time. Look at that. Rolling and bouncing. Bouncing from the 1 minute 200 MA right there. All right, let's look at WorldCoin, guys. Look at WorldCoin. WorldCoin, we at? I know I got you in the community alts. WorldCoin. Here it is. WLD. Okay, cool. All right, how's this thing looking? The daily, okay, had a green daily candle close. Okay, green daily candle, but rejected from the 200. I mean, sorry, from the 21. Here's the 4 hour. 4 hour, okay. Had a bearish engulfing coming down, red dot. That looks bearish, I got to say, pretty bearish. Here's a 30 minute. Looks like a complex head and shoulder coming down. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Momentum to the downside. Bearish, everything bearish. That's the bear flag that dumped. Bearish, bearish, bearish from WorldCoin. So are you saying the short? Is that why you hooked me up with this? Only thing I'll say is that the high, okay, the 4 hour is a good short. Okay, that's like the best short I've seen, like the 4 hour. But at very local support, the 9 MA. I like the idea of the 4 hour short. And look at the bear div on the way up. Look at the bear div on the way up. The 1 hour has a bit of a head and shoulder. That could come lower too. So somewhere between the 1 and the 4 hour, maybe is the short. Ooh, look at that 6 hour. Yeah, 6 hour, a lot of wicks to the upside there and a red dot. And there's BTC. Are we actually going to get bullish here? It's a green candle here. I love it. Look, this thing is starting to bounce again. Should we get back into degen? Get back into degen long. We lost no money. Get back into the degen. Okay, I got a limit order open. I'm wondering like why some of my margin missing. I got a damn limit order open. Stop loss there. Can we degen up to the top? Degen scalps, baby. I like the idea of the degen scalp here. Degen scalp. Follow at your own risk, baby. Follow at your own risk. Follow at your own risk, baby. Yeah, 5 minutes still barely consolidating. Still barely consolidating. This should go lower, but it just has such a quick move down. There's a high likelihood of a quick move up. Okay, this is crypto, folks. Okay, this is crypto. What's the Zen trend says along the 1 hour bounce? Yeah, I saw that too, man. That's a nice bounce right there. I got to say, I like that 1 hour bounce right there for BTC. I like that bounce a lot. How does that look on my trade if I go like this? Okay, that's pretty close. I would like it better if my stop loss was below that freaking that line, but I really didn't plan for that. And then TP at the top of the range. I like that. I don't know, man. It's something about bottoms, man. I got a long bottoms. I mean, I like short and tops too. I like short and tops, but I just love long and bottoms, guys. I don't know. I get it. Small time frames are bearish. Even a 4 hour and stuff like that is starting to push down. But you know, when we had a 200 MA like that, I love to take a chance. I love to take a chance in a long. I love the way the stochastics look on the 1 hour. A reset. Is that the bullish cross right there on the stochastics? The blue line crossing the orange line right there. You know, you got a bullish cross on the stochastics. I like it. I like it. You know, there could be some bigger forces at play here that pushes price down quickly and clap you out. You know, quickly that can happen. But hey, you know, I like those 200 MA bounces. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. We'll see. This thing can turn red right now easily. Take a look at liquidity and we'll look at the casino again. This thing looks like it's cocked and ready to go to the downside. Casino pulled to the upside, but I don't know, man. Did they get the message? Looks like it's pulling to the downside. Possible a reversal from the demand zone. Is the next stop the supply zone again? Or do we take another trip into that demand zone? Watching BTC closely, watching it on the 5 minute, the Akanashi candles in the casino, and watching it on the 1 hour here in Trading View. That's right, watching that 1 hour. How are you feeling, guys? Are you long or are you short? Put a 1 for long, 2 for short, 3 for on the sidelines. Once again, fill up that chat right now. Are you 1 for long? Are you 2 short? Or are you 3 on the sidelines? Talk to me, folks. DM says Zcash is crashing. You need to clap BitUnix. Yeah. Somebody need to get clapped for that one. Zcash was looking like a perfect short, man. Somebody need to get clapped. Who got in on the Zcash? Is Zcash looking good? Is that short looking good? Just give me some FOMO, baby. Give me some FOMO. Oh man, that thing is dumping. Damn. FOMO, man. I called a trade alert that I couldn't even get in. That thing was dump city. And that 12 hour, what a beautiful, I love 12 hour trades, guys. I got to say, I mean, you know, I love the 4 hour, but I've really been having a crush on the 12 hour lately. And let me tell you, I'm really starting to fall for the 12 hour. All right. So we got some longs in here. We got some 1s. We got some 2s. We got some 3s. We even got some 4s here. A lot of 1s, though. I think a lot of people are long. Should we get the official poll going? God King, you want to start a poll? Man. A lot of people long in here. What's the Zen trend says? I'm telling you, it looks like a long even through this chaos. Yeah. Damn. Heavy FOMO from that Zcash thing, man. Damn. Heavy FOMO. All right, let's get to BTC. All right, here we go. 1 hour. Is 1 hour about to do the clapper? 1 hour look like it's about to do the clapper. That's like the definition of a clap candle right there. The thunderclap. Like when a candle claps down and then it comes up, makes a wick. You think you're safe, right? You think you bounced, and then it comes down and thunderclaps. The true definition of the thunderclap, okay? When that candle wicks up and you think you're safe, and then you get that thunderclap. Messa says, close my BTC short now, waiting. Okay, interesting. That's a good point too. It's a lot of people taking profits on the small time frame shorts right now. And you know, when you take profit on the short, you have to buy, right? You know, a profit taken on the short is a buy. Is a lot of people taking profit on the shorts right now and purchasing Bitcoin as they as they close their orders. So talk to me, folks. And there it is. There is that official poll. Are you long or short? Okay, I guess I'll vote. My vote counts, right? Does my opinion matter? No, it doesn't, but I'm voting. All right. Al Jr. says, JP, can you put stable C dominance on the 2-minute? Stable C. So when you mean by stable C, not like tether, is that, what is stable C? I don't think I know what stable C is. Yeah, I don't normally look at stable C. What is stable C? Is it stable.c? The crypto stable coins dominance? Is that it? Yeah, I never look at that. So it's like not just Tether, is including like USDC, like all of it. Stable.c. Crypto stablecoin dominance, like that. I like that. I usually just look at Tether dominance, not stable C. I like that. Thank you. See, you always So is this it just say stable crypto coins, not like, it doesn't say like just USDC. It looks like this is all of them, huh? This is USDC and Tether all together, right? Hey man, I ain't afraid to admit I don't know everything out here, man. I look at Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance all the time. Others, total 3. I'd never look at stable C. But hey, we could look at stable C here. What does it look like? It looks kind of bullish. I got to say, at that 1-minute time frame, a bit of a flag. Here's the 5-minute, another tight flag right there. Very tight flag. Here's a 30, a bit of a top. Could it be a top there? A bit of a wick there, but above the 200 MA. Here's the 4-hour. You know, this thing got bearish, right? Whoa. This thing got bearish, but is it trending down to break up? Potentially, and a double bottom right there. Look at the daily. The daily is like just a big consolidative ball of action. But this might get bullish in the short term. I'm telling you, it looks like it's kind of like at the bottom of a range. It's either going to start dumping or bounces from the bottom of the range. Very small time frame is bullish. Very small time frames are bullish, which is, I'm sure, bearish for BTC. The inverse, baby. Al Jr. says, I use it to inverse to Sol or other cryptos. I like that. Okay. Well, I appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. It said total 3 ES. Damn. So many different charts. Let's go back to BTC. What's going on? Are we holding the support on the 1 hour, or will it come crumbling down? It looks rough on the small time frames. I got to say, it looks rough on those small time frames right there for BTC. That is rolling over on the 1 minute. So the 1 hour ain't safe, baby. The 1 hour ain't safe if the 1 minute ain't safe. That looks like it's rolled over, cocked and ready for the clapping. Look at the 5 minute, man. Look at the high Stokes on the 5 minute. Red dot of market cipher B. That thing is cocked and ready for the clapping. All right, just toot it and boot it, baby. Just toot it and get ready to get clapped. Clap, 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 over and over and over in front of everybody. Oh man, that looks so bearish, guys, for BTC. I gotta say, man, look at the 30 minute just going sideways after a big move down. Bearish. 5 hour, has bounced from the 50. I mean, could that be a critical bounce level? Maybe. Man. 8 hour looks horrible. It looks horrible. Just short everything. Look at the weekly. Are you about to lose the freaking 200 MA on the weekly? Look at the doji. Is this going to make an evening star pattern, man? Compression followed by expansion. Well, expansion to where? That looks so bearish, guys, on the weekly, man. What is it doing? It was green. Now it's turning red. And look, it even had a green dot. Look, the VWAP crossed bullishly on the week. Wait a minute. On the weekly. Hold on, guys. That's new. Wait a minute. That's new, guys. Five. That green dot is new on the weekly. That just showed up today. That just showed up today on this brand new candle, guys. That's a big deal. Hold on. We got low Stokes green dot on the weekly. Who noticed this? Hold on. So you're telling me we got low Stokes, a green dot, and bullish divergence on the weekly? Man, I might have to overstimulate myself on this one. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We got a bullish divergence, low stochastics, low RSI, and a green dot on the weekly. I don't know, guys. Forget your narrative, man. I'm ready to go long. Who's ready to go long? Who's ready to long the weekly? At this point, it's all about the entry to me. Who's ready to long the weekly, baby? Come on, we got the green dot. That's the buy signal. Long it. Scalpageisha says long. There's a green dot on the weekly, guys. The last time we got a green dot on the weekly was back in March 2nd. And look what happened, guys. Like way back here. Look, March 2nd was the last time. Look, and it was low Stokes. The stochastics were low. The RSI was low, just like now. The money flow was red, just like now. Guys, this is not a joke. This is not a drill. That is significant bias, okay? That's a significant bias there. Tony Rosa says, you're late, JP. I mean, how late could I be, man? The weekly candle just opened, man. It's here. It just came like hours ago, right? A few hours ago. That's a new green dot, man. That's a new green dot. This weekly candle just opened like almost 3 hours ago. You know, now we got a green dot on a weekly. I mean, will it stay? It'll stay as long as this VWAP stays above the zero line. All right, as long as the VWAP stays above the zero line, it'll stay. So that's a green dot, man. That's a confirmed green dot. That makes me want to find the entry for a long. I got to keep it real, guys. I don't know if that's right now. It may be a lower price. Maybe it's at the 200 on the weekly. 63,000, almost even. 63,042 maybe, right? Interesting. Al says, but money flow is red, so the green dot can cause a lower high for a lower low continuation. That's true. That's true, Al. He says, because of the money flow gives the continuation down sentiment, but anything can change. That's absolutely right, man. And that's important to point out that the money flow is the trend, right? The money flow is the trend. And the red and green dots is just the ebbs and flows, right? You know, the ups and downs within the trend. So true. That can just give us a lower high. But I mean, even a lower high to freaking 75 is significant, no? Like imagine BTC does get a lower high. If it doesn't even break, you know, the real trend. What if it goes up to 75,000 and then rolls over? That's still a great long, man. That's an awesome long opportunity from where we are now. And keep in mind that, you know, we always could break highs. You know, new highs can get broken. You know, you get the push first. And look at the last time we got the green dot. The money flow was red as well. Look, the money flow was red. The trend was red, but we still got a big push. I mean, yes, it rolled over. It rolled over just like it could now, but it got that lower high. So we can get that lower high again, okay? We can get that lower high again to 74, 75, and then roll over and still be bearish. You could be bullish right now on the weekly and still be bearish, you know, for the rollover eventually. But I got to say, man, that green dot is significant to me, okay? That green dot is significant on the weekly, especially if it can close with that green dot and respect this 200 MA. You know, don't lose this 200 MA. If we lose this 200 MA, the yellow line on the weekly, I think that green dot may go away because now we got a whole 7 days to confirm that green dot. It can go away, you know, during these 7 days, you know, that we have to confirm it. So just, I don't know, that's a pretty a critical piece of information to me. Very critical to have that green dot on the weekly. That does affect my bias for my lower time frame trades and on the 4 hour. That combined with the divergences, the bullish divergences on the daily and the weekly, right? All right, back in that chat, they said it wasn't a weekly bull div last time, though. That's a good point, though, DXB. Yeah, that green dot, now it's even stronger. We have the divergence, the bullish divergence with the green dot, with the low Stokes and the low RSI. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? King Mikhail says a clap trap. Fire. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Mazda says we need more time frames to agree. Okay. All right, we're gonna look at some more time frames. Love it, love it, love it. Let's look at some more time frames here for BTC. This is the 1 minute, starting to roll over a bit here. Same thing with the 5 minute. Everything looking a bit bearish here. So I agree, like, you know, for the long, like, you want to at least have some of these small time frames agree, like, find your bottom first, right? The 4 hour is still in free fall here. The 4 hour is still in free fall, barely holding on to support. There's still that clap gap there. I can see BTC easily coming down to 62,800, 62.8 easy. And then maybe we could talk about a bounce, right? We'll see if we even still have that weekly green dot. Here comes the BTC coming down right now. There we go, rolling over on the 1 minute time frame, rolling over and coming down. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's do the clapping. And we got a wick. We got a wick on the 1 minute, a wick to the upside. Some volatility coming here. Volatility for BTC. Fire. And give me 1 second. All right, still on the pull to the upside, although it doesn't feel like it. Pull to the upside for the casino, but demand rolling over and back in that demand zone, 31 trades per minute in the casino. All right, holding on to fragile support right now, holding on to fragile support. Here is a trade indifferent liquidity heat map. We are digging into that local liquidity right now. Local liquidity, if we zoom in, we can see it's hot. But when you zoom out, you see how hot it is in, reference to the other liquidity on the map. Top side, 64,737. Downside, we're pretty much in it. This batch goes to 62.8 just about. And then there's a gap before the next batch is 62,371 on down to 61.7. And then another gap until 61,477 and all the way down to the 50s. We have liquidity everywhere, baby, on both sides for BTC. This is what the heat map looks like. Let's take a look at those auto clappers. Auto clappers are long right now, 10 out of 10 certainty. That's right, the auto clappers are long. Isn't that interesting? John Gringo says you're describing a continuation of the bear market and not a turnaround to a bull. I think that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. But what I'm saying on BTC, that weekly, man, it got bull div and we got the green dot, low Stokes. What I'm saying is this could give us a significant bounce. I don't know if it's going to be, like get out the bear market bounce or just lower high, right? Could just do lower high or even equal highs and dump. And that's fine. That's fine for me. That's enough for me to make money off that move. I don't know if this is going to be, continuation or, for the bear market or break the highs and, start talking about a bull market. But, I don't know. I'm open-minded, man. Open-minded, whatever the charts say. And if that's lower high, then it's lower high. I'm okay with it. And then when we get to certain levels, once we start breaking certain levels, we can talk about, being bullish, right? Being bullish now, but I can still be like short-term bullish on this move up, right? Just because it's the bear market doesn't mean we can't make money with longs. Amen. Right? Amen. Right? The shorts may be more profitable and more probable, but you need a good entry for a short, guys. Like that's a good entry for a short, right? That's a good entry for a short. You know, where we are now, I don't know, man. It just doesn't look like a good entry to a short for me. Could it be? Absolutely. Maybe it's just bearish consolidation and it's the awesome entry for the short. But I just like, you know, I like shorting highs, man. I like long and lows and short and highs. And to me, it just doesn't look like a high in the daily range. It looks like a low on the weekly range. It looks like a low in the weekly range, and that there's a better place to short, likely here somewhere. Maybe it's 75,000. I would be interested in the short there. And, you know, if we lose this 200, sure, I'm interested in the short here too. But I'm just saying, ideally, I would like to see a pump from BTC and a better short entry up there somewhere. But I'm also interested in maybe shorting here. If we can lose that 200 MA again with some, you know, violence, strength, right? With some purpose, then I can, you know, I can get behind a short here for BTC as well. Let's get down those small time frames. Is it rolling over again? Appears to be rolling over on the 1 minute time frame. Here we go. Roll it over, baby. Roll it over and clap it. Or is this going to make a double bottom here? Roll it over and clap to the downside. Messa says want to go long, but it looks shorty. Oh, man, this thing is very shorty, man. Be careful. That 4 hour looks bearish, my friends. That 4 hour looks bearish, my friends. And look at Zcash just dumping like it should. Beautiful Zcash. Man, what a short. Who's in the money on Zcash? That's the call right there. Who's in the money on the Zcash short? That should be in the money. And there's your red dot on the 12 hour. What a beautiful short. He said, yes, Buttcoin is going down again. I feel scammed. Fah. That's what you get for long in Buttcoin, man. Zcash paying the shorters, man. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, BTC looking bearish, man. Looking bearish. Looking bearish on a 4 hour. Looking bearish on those medium time frames, the small time frames. Burr right now. Only the degens are longing. Only the degens are longing. This is bearish right now, guys. The high probability is with the bear setups. I have not given you any degen calls. I've taken some degen plays, but not giving you any. I'm seeing, damn, is that just... Okay. BTC, here's the 1 minute. Yeah, that thing is Dump City, baby. Dump City. Yeah, I got clapped out of that speculative BTC trade. Absolutely. BTC spilling down. Check out that. Look at that curvature, bro. Look at the curvature and the price there. I love that. That is to be studied, the curvature. And then orders go crazy, baby. Look at the clap to the downside. Clap, 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 clap to the downside. BTC. Crazy work. Woo! Thunderclap. Clap season all day, baby. Look at that. A beautiful move down. Beautiful move down for BTC. But maybe it's gonna, I don't know, man. Maybe it's gonna create an entry on that daily, or is that daily looking bearish again? Are we about to lose the 200 on the, I'm sorry, the weekly I meant. Are we gonna lose the 200 MA on that weekly? Look, we're right at that line, guys. We're right at that line on the 200 MA for BTC. Like pump line or dump line? Very important line right now on the macro, guys. That weekly 200 MA, BTC holding it so far. All right, how we doing on the like count? How we doing on the like count? 235 likes, 450 people here. Can we get 100 more likes? Who hasn't hit the like button, baby? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I appreciate it in advance. Thank you so much. But yeah, look at the weekly, man, right at that 200 MA, man. That thing is a critical line, man. It could bounce here. It could go for the death drop here. Very critical area. But look at BTC just coming down, baby. Coming down. That is not a surprise. This is not a surprise based on what we're seeing here. This thing was kind of just getting tight. getting tight and consolidating and rolling over. 4 hour with the hammer candle. That 4 hour is one of the most bearish candles I've seen in a long time. That thing went way up here, man. Look at that. You know, open somewhere around 63.7. That thing went as high as 64,000, just about 400, right? Way up at the top of the range, was looking so bearish. I mean, so bullish, and then turned around and did this, guys. Wow, look at that. Closing the clap gap. All right, closing the clap gap as we speak. What a move down for BTC, 63,045. Why does that number sound familiar? Why does that number sound familiar? Was that the number I was looking for this to dump to? I gotta say, this is looking insane. That's a big move down. Look at the casino, guys. Destruction in the charts. Destruction. Damn. It's a massacre out here. A clapping massacre. Damn. A complete massacre in the charts here, guys. BTC falling. Is coming towards support pretty soon, though. It's going to be at support soon. Crazy Finger says the Zcash short was a good call, brother. Thanks. Well, I'm glad you guys made money, though. Even though I couldn't get in on it, I'm literally glad you guys made money, man. That was the true call. You saw me like playing around with BTC, trying to catch knives and stuff, you know, in a very small time frame. That was just, you know, degen, you know, just testing the trend on a very small amount of money. The true play today was that Zcash short, I believe, and maybe the short on Ethereum still. The Zcash was the play, man. That was the most beautiful trade I think we cooked up here today. Who took it? Who's in the money on Zcash? And is it too late to get in on Ethereum? Ethereum short looks amazing too. Look at the 12 hour. Are we close to getting that VWAP cross? Yeah, we're close. Yeah, I think Ethereum might want that short too, man. It's just, I hate these freaking forced entries, man. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. There's just the worst entries for the shorts, man. Like, you know, during the capitulation, it's just a horrible entry. It says JP Swee on the 3 minute. Okay, we'll check that out. What's going on with Swee? Damn. Damn, Swee. Damn. I mean, what you want me to do with this? What do you want me to do with this? This is like a mid dump fallen knife. That's the definition of a fallen knife. Did you want me to buy this? Did you want me to sell this? I'm doing nothing with this. I'm doing nothing with it. That thing is dumping hard, man. BTC, look at it. Deep in that demand zone, guys. Deep in that demand zone. What a dump for BTC. Damn. Sheesh. Look at the orders coming in. We got buy orders coming in yet? No, all sell orders. Not all sell. Just sell it all, baby. Sell it all away. Damn. Hot potato. What a move down for BTC. Now we're getting really extended. We're getting really extended to the downside. Yeah. Extreme extension to the downside. All right. Damn. Damn, son. That clap gap is pretty much closed, guys. That clap gap is pretty much closed, and we're nearing some critical support. 62,000, sorry, 712. That should be pretty critical support. And look, we're at that PLC. We're getting to the area where this might be, you know, long area, man. I'm saying, I'm not saying doing it tonight, but, you know, we get into potential long zone here. Let's draw a fib. Like actual responsible long, not like degen long, right? Not degen long, but responsible long. Look, 618. I like that area. 618 in confluence with the 200 MA on the 4 hour. I like that level. I would be interested. I would love to see what price looks like when it gets there. I would love to see what price looks like at that level, but it might want to bounce now. Check it out. Getting some buy orders in and a wick now. Getting a wick on a 1 minute time frame. Who is risky enough? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Who's risky enough? Man. I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. I'll say this, guys. I'm going to be eyeing Ethereum, me personally. I'm going to be eyeing Ethereum like later tonight and tomorrow, right? I would say this too, guys. Like, if you're not scalp, like if it's a scalp, like look to close your trade pretty soon. For those bigger time frames, and if you find yourself in money before the market open tomorrow, you may want to take a profit before the market open. Oftentimes, you know, they like to reverse the price. For example, if we dump all night tonight, we might pump in the morning. Okay. If we end up pumping tonight out of nowhere, we might dump in the morning. Just be ready for the reversal in the morning. 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you know, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Be ready for that macro time, man. There will be some type of volatility. There will be some type of reversal. It'll be manipulative Monday. It'll be market open Monday. Be careful, guys. Be careful during the witching hours, aka the Asian hours, right? Be careful, my friends. All right. Let me know. Send me a super chat if you really, really want me to look at something. You don't want me to miss it. But I'm going to the chat. I'm going to the chat and yeah, seeing what we got here. Oh, okay. DM says Billions Network is up on the day. Might be a short. Billions Network. What is the ticker for that? Billions Network. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. There it is. Is it Bill USDT? Bill USDT. Let's do that.
Attention. Possible price reversal.
Starting to look bullish in a 1 minute. We got a possible price reversal. Let's look at BTC real quick. Is this going to be a bounce right here, man? We are extended to the downside, I got to say. And is there some bull div? No. Price matching the momentum so far, but very extended to the downside. Yeah, DM, I just got your super chat. Thank you, man. I'm sorry I was late on that. But here's Billions. Let's look at it on the daily. You said it's pumping on the daily. Maybe it could be a good short. Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, this thing just had a major trend break here. So it's pushing to the upside. What is it rejecting from? The local, I guess, resistance right there. See what the 4 hour looks like. Yeah, 4 hour resistance, red dot. I can see that being a nice short. Look at resistance. You got you know, you just got rejected. Let's see what the 30 looks like. The 30 still looks like bullish consolidation though. That looks a bit dangerous. Is the 15? Yeah, that's very dangerous right there. Is there some bear div? There's some bear div on market cipher B a little bit. How about on the 10 minute and the 5 minute? Okay. Oh, that's strong bear div right there on a 30. Strong bear div on a 30, but look, the candle's pushing up and just consolidating sideways, man. Looks like a risky short right now. Risky to me, but I do like that 4 hour resistance. I mean, it takes some balls right now. It got a red dot, high Stokes, way high Stokes, red dot. I don't hate it. I kind of like it. Close to a 1 to 5 right there. Risk reward ratio on the short right there. Stop loss above the wick. How's that look on a smaller time frame? It just looked like it's not done yet though, right? It looked like it's bounced from the 200 MA. It looks like it could easily clap you out. But yeah, it is extended on that 4 hour. I like that 4 hour potentially. Interesting. All right, baby. Let's go. Get back to BTC. Still looking bearish, man. Bearish consolidation still. This thing could even just bear flag again. Dump, roll over again, just like it did right here. Trend up, roll over, dump. Trend up, roll over, dump. Just bearish overall right now on BTC. I got to say, on the small time frames and even on those medium time frames, but we may be very close to, you know, critical support. Jay Clapton says, JP, SWE is either great long or a great short. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Yeah, let's figure it out, baby. Let's figure it out. Let's go to SWE. Damn. That 4 hour looking rough on SWE. I got to say, man, losing that 200. Yeah, that don't look like no great long to me. I got to say, it don't look like no great long to me. Double top right there. Just put a stop loss of the super trend, man. Take that thing down. Dump it all. Dump it all. I don't like the risk reward on that one, though. I don't like the risk reward, man. Collapse city to the downside, man. This thing is dumping hard. Everything's dumping, baby. Dump it hard, baby. A little bit of a double bottom there on BTC, starting to bounce. I don't know, man. Is all of this dumping just giving you an amazing entry on the weekly, man? Just think about it. I'm not saying to do it, but the weekly got that green dot, baby. Low Stokes. Now we're losing the 200 MA, though. I got to say, you know, this could either just dump it hard right now, losing that 200, or just jump right back above it. And maybe this is the entry, man. Like, I'm about to look at the degenerate weekly long. Like, what would it look like, man? And is it truly degenerate? It might just be legendary. I don't know if it's degenerate. It's following the weekly trend, man. Weekly trend says we should see some upside. I'm willing to see what the weekly trade will look like. Just because we're dumping so hard, like I don't look for shorts when we're dumping this hard, unless it was just a super quick scalp to the downside, you know, just play some consolidation to the downside, sure. But I don't know, man, when we're dumping, I'm looking for an entry on a long. It's just what I'm doing. It may not be an immediate entry, but I'm scouting this weekly, man. You know, could I get a smooth, look, almost a 10, a 1 to 10 risk reward ratio? Imagine getting like a super sniper entry on this right now. Let's sketch, man. Let's sketch on BTC. Let's go to that weekly. Clearly gonna need a smaller time frame to get my scalper entry. But damn, look at that candle, man. Look at the candle, man. All right, let's see if we did stop loss right here. Stop loss there. Entry here, like literally right here. And then a TP way up here. I'm just seeing what it looks like. Sketching, maybe sketching this weekly trade. Damn, son. Risk $5 for $1,000. That's the kind of trade we're talking about here. Are you serious? Is that what we're talking about here? Let's go to the small time frame. Is this real? How would that look? Let me see something here. Okay, so that would be an entry right around there. Yeah, that's too close, man. You know how legendary that would have to be? That's like buying the fallen knife right now. Like, that's calling this like the weekly bottom, like for now. Like, you know how unlikely that is? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Screw it. How much am I risking here? $10? I'm risking $10 for like $1,000 right now. Imagine. That's so risky, man. But let me look at the weekly real quick. Yeah, man, this is not the bottom, guys. There's definitely a better entry, man. There's a realistic entry. But, you know, you never know, man. This thing just get a quick move above that 200 MA, just wick above that 200, give you that awesome entry for the weekly. Could you imagine that? Like just super scalper entry now. Super scalper entry on the weekly bounce. Can you imagine? But realistically, man, this thing probably goes all the way down and then pops. We probably bring this thing all the way down on Monday, you know, just destroy everybody, right? Destroy everything. Anybody listen to Hate Breed out there? We got any metalheads out there? Do we have any metalheads? I listen to all types of music, guys, you know, from hip hop to rock to EDM to K-pop. I listen to everything. Depending on the occasion, right? If I'm killing things, like I want to listen to, you know, metal, right? What's he talking about? You know, if I'm playing, if I'm in a tank somewhere, you know, taking out the enemy, or if I'm playing Battlefield 6, I want some Hate Breed. Destroy everything. You know, I want some screaming heads. I'm just saying, guys, you know, either BTC is going to destroy everything. It's likely it destroys everything to the downside, right? Come all the way down to 59, and then maybe that be the weekly bottom. But here I am trying to catch a weekly bottom right here. I'm trying to catch a weekly bottom, man, and take this thing all the way up, risking like $10 for 1,000 for $1,200. What a freaking scalper entry if this could be real, right? What a scalper entry if I can risk $10 for $1,200. On a weekly time frame. It said Bitcoin, just remember, is afraid of heights. There we go. Metalhead here says Josh Jones. Hey, shout out to the metalheads, man. I love the metalheads. Okay, I was cool with everybody in high school, man. You know, the hip hop kids, the theater kids, the metal kids. Okay, I got along with everybody. I don't know, man. Somehow the trade is up right now. This is very risky, guys. This is super risky. But hey, this is how you catch the sniper bottom, man. I'm trying to snipe that weekly, baby. I'm trying to snipe that weekly. It said Gravity just entered the chat, right? Seriously, BTC about to dump. BTC about to dump and deny me my weekly entry. Here's the Ethereum view in the 4 hours. Still looking bearish, right? Still looking bearish. Red dot there. Here's the 5-minute time frame. Looks like a bear flag so far, right? Looking like a bear flag. Here's the 1 minute looking like a double bottom. Looking like a double bottom with some bullish, some class B bullish divergence there. Yeah. Jake Clapton says, in my life, when I stopped listening to music and raving, my soul died. True. Yeah, music is important. Music is important, baby. I don't know, man. Are we back above the 200 on the weekly here? Look, it's pushing. Look, back above the weekly. Did I just get a sniper entry on the weekly? Hold on, let's see something here. Let's see. Oh, is this a thunderclapper? I already explained to you what a thunderclapper is, the true definition. When there's a huge bearish candle and it starts to wick up, you think you're safe, right? You think you're safe, and then you get the clap, a thunderclap. We'll see. We'll see if I got a sniper entry there on the weekly for the weekly bounce. It has a low Stokes green dot, a weekly bullish divergence. I just bought right there. I just bought right there below the 200 weekly moving average. We'll see if price wants to stay above it or not. Did anybody else buy this level? Put a 7 in the chat. Are you ready to get clapped with me? Put a 7 in the chat. If you're ready to get clapped with me, if you bought that level. Where did I put my take profit? Somebody's asking. I put it at the top of the range, man. I put it at the top of the daily range, believe it or not, man. The very top, 82.5. 82.5 for BTC. Yeah, I like that, man. I kind of like that entry, man. But I don't know, man. It's Sunday night, man. You know, NASDAQ dumping, get the clapping. You know, you got a manipulative Monday. You never freaking know what's going to happen, guys. Let me pull up the NASDAQ. Is it still dumping? It looks like a bottom to me, but it could still be dumping, guys. Here's the 5-minute time frame and free fall, but trend down to break up, right? Trend down to break up. Oh, man, a lot of people followed that trade. I had no trade alert. I just did. It's risky, man. I'll tell you that. It's risky. You see how much I'm risking? Very little. I'm risking very little. I mean, $10 little here, guys. Very little. $10 to potentially make, you know, like $1,200. That kind of trade. This is like a God. Is this a God King trade? God King, are you here? Is this a God King trade? Like, what is what was the risk reward on this again? The risk reward was insane on this. This is so risky. I mean, it's risky, but like you don't risk a lot. You see what I'm saying? Like it's high risk, but you don't risk a lot. Does that make sense? Amen. It's high risk, but don't risk a lot. Like risk very little to potentially make a lot. Damn, yo, that risk reward is what? How much? How much? Hold on. Hold on, folks. I never even seen that before. 116? This is a 116 to 1 risk reward ratio. 1 part risk, 116 reward. 116 part reward. A 1 to 116 ratio. There's no way the market makers are gonna allow me to get away with that. There's no way. But you never know, man. Sometimes on the smaller accounts, like your liquidity is smaller, right? Like I'm not hot on the heat map. Although other people might be hot, you know, that's the benefit of a smaller account, guys. Like you can get away with little trades, you may not come up hot on the heat map like this. 116 to 1, guys. Seriously. What kind of risk reward is that? It's just clap me out now. There's no way. It's too good to be true. Clap me out. Clap me out. They said, what leverage are you using? What does it matter? Nah, but seriously, slap back. It don't matter, man. Just it's about the dollar amount, man. I'm risking $10. I'm risking $10 for like $1,000 account. Like that's, that's what matters. The leverage doesn't matter, man. As long as you have the margin, enough margin, and you're risking a small amount compared to your account size, and that's what's important. Okay, how much you're risking in dollar amount. As long as you have no liquidation, there's no liquidation level here. You see, there's nowhere in sight. My liquidation is probably very high. Let me pull that up. Positions. And my liquidation is at 47,000 BTC, guys. Okay, there's no liquidation for this. My stop loss is at 62. See what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, man. Like higher leverage means lower margin for me. It's actually more efficient. I'm using 200x leverage, guys. 200x. I'm only putting up $22 of margin for a $4,000 trade. Because this is fine. This is fine. I'm risking $10. That's what's important. I could change my leverage. It doesn't matter. Look, I could make it freaking 50x. Look, all that's going to happen is that the margin size is going to be more. Look, it's going to keep the same position size. You see my position size right now, 4,000. And you see my margin. You see the margin at 22. If I make this 50x, look, same position size, guys, 4,000. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is more margin now. See what I'm saying? More margin. Like, and my liquidation is still super far, so it doesn't really matter what leverage I use. Using my style, using another style, like someone else's style, yes, it matters. If you're on isolated and you just only use a margin, I'm on cross margin. Like I put 123 margin. It don't matter. My leverage doesn't matter, and it's more efficient to make it higher because look, less margin, and I'll put my stop loss in the break even. Eventually, then you have a risk-free trade. But we'll see, man. Risking very, very little here on a lottery ticket of a trade, a God King type of trade, right? All right. Take this off for a second. We'll get back to the casino. Let's get back to the casino. How's it looking? Here we go. They left us on a possible price reversal and a pull to the downside. Possible price reversal and a pull to the downside. Mixed messages there from the casino. 39 trades per minute in that demand zone currently. Let's get back to BTC in the small time frames. Is it ready to dump again? We're at the bottom of the zone, guys. There's the dump, and here comes the clapper. I'm probably gonna get clapped out for $10 really quick. Here we go. Here's the clapper. Look, here's the clapper. Yeah, as a thunderclapper, baby. Take you out of that trade. Ain't no way they're gonna let you get away with getting a weekly trade in right now. Right, but somehow bound so far. Here comes the clapper. Are you ready for the clapper? Take me out, baby. Come on, take me out. Take me out to the ball game. Come on. Clap me out. 10 bucks. Come on. Clap me out on the 1 week. Come on, I'm trying to long the weekly. Trying to get a sniper entry on the weekly with a tight stop loss here. Not out yet, not out, but about to be out right now. Yeah, they're about to take me out right now. Here you go. Clap me out, baby. Clap me out. There we go. There's the clap, and I'm out for 10 bucks. So what do I expect price to go, guys? Where do I expect BTC to go? Based on what I'm seeing, where's my camera? There we go. Based on what I'm seeing, man, it could go all the way down to 59.5. It could go down to 59.5 on the weekly, believe it or not, and then maybe get a bounce, or maybe it goes halfway. Maybe it goes to the wicks. Maybe it goes to 61.3. You know, let's look at the 4 hour again. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame for BTC. We had a somewhat of a bounce zone, I gotta say. Look, the 200 and the BLC here of the range, the point of control of the range. This thing might bounce here. It might bounce here. This thing is extended still. You never know. It might bounce here, or go lower. Consolidate here. A lot can happen. Yeah, John Gringo says just keep opening. That's what a lot of 400x traders do. That's true. Honestly, that's true, man. You just try another entry, right? Let it go lower. Let it hit a key level. Try another scalper entry for the weekly. You know, risk very little to potentially make a lot, right? I love it. I love the idea of it. And honestly, like thinking about it, I probably should have put my entry right here, right? Entry right there. That 200 MA on that 4 hour. Look, getting a bounce right here. 1 minute divergence is forming. They said 1 minute divergence. Yeah, okay, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of divergence. I don't know, man. This is still a knife right here. This is the art of catching a falling knife. It's just a little bit too extended to try to be getting into a short, and it's very risky to try to be getting into a long right now. But I'm kind of bullish on the higher time frames.
Possible price reversal.
Possible price reversal again for BTC in the casino. Possible price reversal. I'll say this, guys. Be careful, man. You know, you see me trying high risk maneuvers here, you know, for fun, seeing if I could catch a nice weekly bottom. And, you know, I'll do that. But just, you know, if you're not in the trade right now, guys, don't feel like you have to get in on action. Just know whatever's happening now will likely be reversed in the morning. So just know there will be an opportunity. If this thing dumps overnight, there may be a long in the morning. If this thing pumps somehow, there may be a short in the morning. So just know there will be more opportunity in the morning for BTC, guys. But yeah, this thing is majorly dumping, baby. Major dump. They said these be grenades, not knives. Word, this is catching grenades right here. Catching fallen grenades. All right, guys. So I'm thinking, you know, BTC's looking bearish right now, guys. So the 4 hours should give you a bounce here. Then we get a lower high. You know, this should be a bounce in a lower high, maybe retesting and a dump again. But I got to say, guys, if we don't hold the 200 MA on the 4 hour time frame, man, this could get really ugly for BTC. Come down to 61.6 and then maybe a quick drop down to 58,000. It can get really ugly if you don't respect that yellow line on the 4 hour. All right, guys, with that said, let's do last call for super chats, man. As much as I would like to be here all night, man, I'm about to leave you. Yes, I am. I got, you know, I got to tend to life, man, and actually be at work early, you know. That's right. Work in the studio, baby. I love what I do. I stream for you twice a day on the weekdays. I'll be in the studio tomorrow. We got something special going on in the studio tomorrow, guys. So we're actually going to be going a little bit later. I guess I might as well go ahead and announce that now. We're planning on being later tomorrow. Okay, we have something going on in the studio that requires us to attend to. All right, so I think the morning show will actually be more like an afternoon show tomorrow. I just gotta let you know right now. I think we should schedule that as early as we can so we can let you know. But instead of like 9, it's usually 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I believe we'll be going live sometime around like 12:30. Like usually when the show ends is when we will be starting tomorrow. Okay, I'm just letting you know right now in advance that the morning show will be an afternoon show tomorrow. Okay, we will be later tomorrow due to activities in the studio. All right, but nonetheless, we will be there for you. We may do an extended evening show into the night, or maybe I still do my show. But regardless, we'll be here for you, okay? We will be here for you, even if it's at different times. Last call for super chats for deep dives right now. If you want me to look at a coin, project, commodity right now, let's get love in the chat. Let's get my song up. Let's talk about BTC. What is next? You know, what is the short plan? What are you gonna do? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you monkish? All right, do we ever end the poll? Let's end the poll here. In the poll, looks like most people are long, man. People are looking for longs. I'm still looking along the weekly, man. I got to keep it real, guys. I'm looking to take another stab at the weekly, but I understand this could go lower, and I don't really want to be trading overnight here. And if I do, it may be to the downside. I got to keep it real. You know, but always respect the charts. You know, respect your charts over the narrative, right? Charts over the narrative. And folks, how you feeling? Are you keeping a long open overnight? Or are you keeping a short open overnight? I kind of want to see what's going to happen in the morning, guys. I kind of want to see what's going to happen. They said, what's the trend? What's the trend? The trend is your friend, okay? What is the trend? Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, but I expect BTC to bounce, man. I expect it to bounce right here and then maybe come up for a bear flag for lower tonight. But I'm expecting a bounce pretty soon here on BTC on a 4-hour. Maybe come up for a lower high and then roll over again. And then we'll see where we are tomorrow with it, okay? We'll see where we are tomorrow. What is the yellow line you have? That is a 200 MA, the 200 simple moving average, guys. All right. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, make sure you follow the Discord, right? Free Discord. Give them the link, please. Is XRP expected to keep going down? As a super chat, thank you, Marcus. I'll take a quick look at XRP. Let's see XRP. Yeah, let's take a look at the daily. Looking very bearish on that daily. I'm saying 4-hour looking like Bitcoin. But yeah, look, very local support. Very weak support, but you're at it now. I would call that weak support with a volume gap below us, expected to go to $1.04 if it does drop tonight. I would say odds are it does continue to drop. And because, I mean, that's the trend right now. The trend is your friend. The trend is to the downside at the moment. I do expect this to go lower, and I expect it to go to about $1.04. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. I could absolutely be wrong, but it looks bearish. It's that support, but I mean, you know, if you don't bounce, it's $1.04. If you do bounce, it's $1.09. But we'll see. That's XRP there for you. I hope that helps you. Can we get some love in this club? Can we get some hearts out there? Can we get some more last minute super chats? And this is also a good time to give some memberships if you want to, guys. I expect a small time frame bounce from BTC, but a larger dump potentially overnight. And whatever happens, I'm expecting a reversal in the morning, you know, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the West Coast, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Eastern Standard Time. I'm expecting a reversal from whatever happens tonight. So be careful during the witching hours, okay? Be careful. I'm playing a song. Let's get some hearts out there, baby. Hearts emoji. I love you, Legendary God King. I love you, John Gringo.
On the chart.
Love you, Notorious Big. Love you guys.
Alert. That's right, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear.
I'm a monk in a chair, green tea cold stare. Liquidity in the air. Trade alert, we inbound.
Whole chat making sounds. If she dumps to make it off the bounce. That's right, baby. That's right, baby.
Rounded bottoms pay the bills. That's right, baby.
Bitcoin Bitcoin moody, she be moving like a ghost.
Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button on the way out, please. I appreciate it.
Long, I had to watch the chart and let the market sing the song. My narrative don't
Hit the like button, baby. Come on.
Stop loss tight, let the mindset loose. Learn how to lose, that's the trade of truth. No revenge trade, no panic. Click if the candle flips red, I get that real quick. Casino talking.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the show. We do this every day. Hit that like button and subscribe, baby. That's right. That's right. Hey, I'm not a bull. I'm not a bear.
I'm a monk in the chair. Green tea coaster.
Liquidity in the air. Trade alert, we inbound.
Whole chat making sounds. If she pump, if she don't,
we still make it off the bounce. That's right, baby.
That's right.
That's right. I'm expecting BTC get a small bounce, but it still looks bearish for the night, guys. I'm telling you, it still looks bearish for the night. Be careful.
Trapped in the range, head and shoulders, then the pad.
Only the most a degen of the degens right now trying to catch the bottoms. And I might be one of them. I might be a Zen degen trying to catch a weekly bottom. I love the weekly time frame.
Pinky up if we Buddhist. Red dot if we put us. Green dot on the daily.
I'm looking along that weekly time frame.
Spam the chat with the coin.
Maybe once we get back above the 200, maybe get back above it and put a stop loss below it. Maybe something like that. Let the small time frames agree, right? Let the small time frames agree. I'm looking along BTC on the weekly. Anyway, I love you guys. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. Trade alert.
Trade bound.
Attention. Trade alert.
Target found. Liquidity man. Price get dragged. Shorts get cooked.
Hit that subscribe, baby. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe. Thank you.
No fear. No greed. Just flow.
I'm not a bull. I'm not a bear. I'm a monk in the chair. Green tea coaster. Liquidity in the air. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Trade alert, we inbound.
Making sounds.
Trade alert.
We still make it off the bounce. That's right.
Trade inbound.
Rounded bottoms.
Pay the bills. And then we had like two main trade alerts today, right? The Zcash, which I couldn't get in, which is looking amazing apparently. The Zcash short, and then that Ethereum short, I think is the second one. Ethereum still looks good for the short, guys. If you must short, I think I may have to short Ethereum. Okay, Zcash and Ethereum, the main shorts are taken from this stream here. And definitely some degenerate Bitcoin longs there got clapped. But I would say the shorts are paying the bills right now, guys. It looks like short overnight. So be careful and just be ready for the price reversal in the morning, okay? But be ready for anything, right? Be ready for anything. A lot of reversals in the casino, and it looks like it's in a place where we usually go for longs. So be careful of the short-term bounce, right? I would expect a short-term bounce and potentially more downside overnight. So that's what I'm leaving you with. I love you guys so much. Let's put some more hearts in that chat. Hearts in that chat. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. I hope I was useful for you. You know, I hope I helped you with Bitcoin analysis this evening, and I look forward to doing it every single day for you. All right, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Be blessed. All right, be blessed. Don't be stressed, and stay zen. Take care. Much love.